Hi everybody! Oh boy, it is another murder by numbers stream. Good job getting first, Artificer. You've done it. Artificer also, in case you guys aren't in the Discord, Artificer made the fucking stickers that I did in, what's the game called? Sticky Business? Fucking awesome. I'm holding some of them right now. Absolutely beautiful. They're real and in my hands, and now I'm faced with the eternal question of where do I put them? That you always get when there are stickers. Pasta water. Getting hydrated out the gate from Haldo. Granted though, this is a talkie game. This is, you know, This is a talkie game, so I do need to be hydrated. Number SpaghetTos water. Well, that's certainly a thing you've said now. That's certainly it. But yeah, last week we played a bit of this game yesterday, and I very much enjoyed it. Granted, it is a murder mystery puzzle game. So I'm predisposed to liking it. It is the genres that I partake in. It is my little thing. The alphabet pasta but numbers. Ah. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody do number version. Intriguing. I wonder why not. I guess, you know what, I haven't actually seen, like, alphabet soup in a while. Why would... Have I ever actually I think I've, like, had that once. I don't know if anybody actually... I mean, it's not, like, it's not a great... It doesn't taste the best. It's not awful. It's decidedly mid. But, like... intriguing. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people know about, but you just rarely see it actually in real life. I feel like that's more so like a cartoon type thing, you know? That's a thing for like a cartoon character to take a spoon, dip it into their bowl, and then look down and find out, like, it's written in the soup is like, you're gonna die, and they're like, oh no, and then they get up to wacky hijinks about it. Is that what cartoons are like? That's what cartoons are like, right? They're about portents of death, omens of malfortune upon the character. That's you know. Can you believe to learn? I love cartoons. I'm like, okay, how do they go? Or a comedy where it just says like, you suck. Yeah. That's more realistic. I'm just like, I was trying to think of literally anything it could say. I was like, you're going to die. This is poisoned. You will perish. I'm just like, no. Probably, like, this is like one of those like fucked up SpongeBob episodes, you know? You guys remember that fucking episode of SpongeBob where he, like, cut out his brain? That was disturbing as hell. Why did they do that? That was scary. Why did they do that to him? Why did he... Because he was like, I need to be around to be a sheet ghost. That was fucked up. That was a fucked up episode of SpongeBob. I think it was like a special, actually, wasn't it? It was like a Halloween special. Fucked up. How dare they do that to him? SpongeBob deserves better. He deserves our respect. Alphabet soup spelling out K is funny. I mean, it can be, yeah. It can be, yeah. I was just about to mention, I almost said that I almost brought up the fact that SpongeBob is queer, but I was like, that's too far of a leap. But hey, you guys know that SpongeBob's asexual? The creator of SpongeBob said that once. I'm pretty sure that happened. Let me double check, because I remember everybody was posting images of The soup decides your sexuality and gender. Damn. I need to eat some soup then. I just looked up SpongeBob SquarePants without any other qualifiers. Didn't they make him? Did they say? What was he? What, that's a bullshit website. No, didn't they? I feel like... Okay, I'm seeing a lot of posts about him being gay. But I'm pretty sure they just said that he was ace, didn't they? Or maybe... I know they said that about Perry the Platypus. I know Perry the Platypus is asexual. But maybe I'm conflating him and SpongeBob. I'm realizing I don't know enough about this issue. The issue of what is SpongeBob's sexuality? Did I get into the catnip? Oh, maybe. SpongeBob the Platypus? Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. Perry the SquarePants? No, that sucks. Who knows, man? I've said before and I'll say it again. Platypi are non-binary to me. My eye was half closed, yeah. I'm not... Look, I rigged my own model and it was my first and only attempt at doing that, so... That happens sometimes. I'm great. You know? Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll figure something out there. Wink. But Dr. Squadward. Dr. Squadward. I know that it's just because there was no space sign, but why is this a link? Okay, it doesn't even go to anything. Somebody purchased that domain. Meow. Doofenshmirtz Squidward. Well, I mean, like, Doofenshmirtz and Perry get along way more than SpongeBob and Squidward. like, Squidward hates that sponge. He hates that guy. However, Doof and Perry, those guys are friends. They beat the shit out of each other. Well, Perry beats the shit out of Doof, but they're buddies. They're not enemies, they're nemesis. That's the difference. Squidward fucking hates that little twink. Oh boy. SpongeBob isn't Perry in your book, that would be Gary? Now that is true. That is true. But would that be like SpongeBob and Patrick or like Phineas and Ferb? It's like a reverse Phineas and Ferb where they're stupid. And I guess like Sandy would have to take cause Sandy's the inventor. So she could be like, it's a reverse Phineas and Ferb where Phineas and Ferb are stupid, and then like Isabella is the smart one for Sandy. Which, like, not to imply that Isabella from Phineas and Ferb is stupid, because she's not. Hi. I'm exhausted. We've gotten off on a tangent about SpongeBob SquarePants already. I don't know. This isn't... I don't think SpongeBob characters... I don't think we have a perfect one-to-one with Phineas and Ferb characters. I think we may have to abandon this beautiful crossover. Unless, you know, like... Would it be... If they were, like, combined, would it be the guys going under the sea or the sea characters coming onto the land? Oh, thank you! Thank you! Yeah. I like me too. I'm epic as hell. I was like, I need to design something that I'm going to love, because I'm gonna be stuck with it, you know? Unless I just do a complete and total rebrand, but I'm not planning on that. That would be awful. 100% Ocean Venture? Yeah. I always think of that time SpongeBob. I always think of this. I'm never not thinking of this. I'm constantly thinking about SpongeBob, as evidenced by the fact that this is definitely not, like, the first time I've talked about SpongeBob on stream. You know. I'm always thinking about when they almost dried out on shore that one time and they got saved by David Hasselhoff. The boys made a submarine before? True! I forgot about that. Hell yeah. Honestly, I remember the Doof and Perry segments more than I do the Phineas and Ferb segments. That show was Perry and Doof, and then also Phineas and Ferb to me. I love that little thing. Affectionate about Perry the Platypus. Think of Squidward, think of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, think of their home, their clothing style. Yeah. Well, I feel like if they met, Doof would like Squidward, but Squidward would hate Doof. You know? I feel like Squidward might be intrigued at first, but, like, interacting with Doofenshmirtz for too long, I think Squidward would be like, oh my god, this guy's an idiot. He'd like some of the shenanigans. Perry is goated? Fuck yeah, he is. I love Perry. Perry the Platypus. They could be awesome roommates. Oh my god. What a world. Because I don't know how old the SpongeBob cast is. Because they are sort of like nebulous, right? Like, we know that SpongeBob is old enough to drive. At least in theory, right? You know, he can't actually do it, but in theory he's old enough to drive. And he has a job. I don't know, SpongeBob has always been, like, in his mid-20s to me. And then Squidward's, like... Squidward can be anything from mid-20s to early 50s in my mind. Squidward is more nebulous. Doof is an awesome dad? Exactly. That's why I'm wondering how old Squidward is. Because how is he going to deal with the fact that he's roommates with a very divorced man? Doof got a teen daughter, he would know how to deal with Squidward. True. Was her name Vanessa? Is that right? Do I have that right in my mind? I feel like Vanessa would be chill with Bikini Bottom. She'd be confused at first, but then she'd, have a good time. I don't know why this crossover would be happening. What network was Phineas and Ferb on? Because it wasn't Nickelodeon, right? Like, was that a Cartoon Network, or was that a Disney? Disney? Makes sense. Are we murdering numbers again? Yes. I'm eating them. Or maybe a different way of doing it. I don't want to put vor thoughts out there. Actually, probably most people's thoughts didn't go to that, but I was on Tumblr earlier today, so my mind is already gone. I spent like 10 minutes earlier today on Tumblr. Vor thoughts, or vots. True. Creator Phineas and Ferb also worked on SpongeBob. Ah! Which one? Dan or Swampy? I know the names of them. I think, or actually, is Swampy the same guy as Dan? There's two of them. Dan Povenmire and Swampy Marsh, or something like that. Swampy is his nickname. Because one of them voices Doofenshmirtz and the other one voices Major Monogram. The one that voices Doofenshmirtz? Dan Povenmire. Swampy Marsh cannot be a real name. Swampy is his nickname, I remember. I feel like his name was, like... I don't remember here. What's this fucking guy? Jeff! I knew he had a name that was just a generic man name, but... Jeff the Killer! Holy shit! Jeff the Killer! If you took a shot every time one of my streams just happened to go and we happened to arrive back at Jeff the Killer, you would be dead. Because Jeff would have killed you. Is it a mosh or a swamp? Well, his nickname is Swampy, and his last name is Marsh. I guess a marsh could be swampy? I guess, like, 'cause swampy is, I guess, like, an adjective. So it would be like, what, something swamp-like? What do you mean both? They're two different biomes? True. Let me look up what a marsh is. Because I have it in my mind, but I'm not... Yeah, that's what I was picturing. That's like a cranberry place. Does that make any sense? I look at this and I'm like, cranberries. Imagine having the nickname Swampy without having that last name. True. That's a nickname that is only good when it has, like, a good source. If you meet somebody and then, like, 5 minutes into the conversation, they're like, we should call you Swampy. And you're like, damn. All I told you was my name is Jeff. I didn't tell you my last name was Marsh. Jeff Marsh. It feels weird without the Swampy. It feels weird without the Swampy. Some people are just born to be swampy, you know? Some men are born great. Some men are born swampy. Some have swampy thrust upon them. You know? Why is redneck Automod held a message for a reason, race, ethnicity, or religion? For the term redneck. What the hell? Oh boy. I don't believe that's an ethnicity. And it's certainly not a race or religion. Does sound like a redneck nickname, yeah. I can say that. I'm from the rural United States South. It sucked. Your message is in another castle, damn. Mario. I mean, I'm not gonna go get it. I'm not good at Mario games. I say that, I've only played a couple of them. I'm just not good at, like, side-scrolling platformers, so I assume... I guess, you know, they are made for, like, a younger audience, so I might be okay at them, but, you know. Who knows? I just like looking at Mario and going, look at those little sillies. I'm just obsessed with the Goomba. That's really it. Mario existed to give me the Goomba, and my life has been changed since. I love the Goomba. You know a dude who bought a banjo and started calling himself Hill William? Huh. Hill William. So like Hillbilly, but Hill William. You bet he'd have gone by Rouge Neck or something. That just makes me think of Rouge the Bat from Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my god. Hill William. Fuck, dude. Now I'm just getting flashbacks to the fucking Bluegrass Festival I was forced to go to every year for my formative years. Fucking hated that. Just like... I don't live there anymore. There was like a Bluegrass Festival held in... or like around where I was. and just like every year, I didn't know I had autism at the time. I had suspected the ADHD. I didn't know I had autism at the time. But once a year, they would call us out of class. They would not tell us. There was no warning. Like the previous week, you would have to have already known that the bluegrass thing was coming up, which I never did. They would take us out of class into the auditorium, aka the high school gym, and just sit us all on the bleachers, and they would blast country music at us for like an hour. And I didn't know I had autism at the time, and I was the only one who was disturbed by how loud it was. And like that was definitely a sign, because I would literally be like covering my ears and like putting like my head in my lap like, God, this fucking sucks, and everybody else is like, are you okay? Actually, no. Nobody gave a shit about that. Everybody was just like, why are you fucking acting like that? It's not that loud. And I'm just like, what are you? This is the loudest thing in the world. It was a school thing? It wasn't even a school thing. It wasn't even a school thing. They would just hold the, cause I came from a really small town, so, well, not really small, a small town. I don't wanna claim more credit than I did. I think it was like less than, I think it was like slightly more than 5K population-wise. I'm not gonna say any more than that. It was more than that. It was somewhere between 5 to 10K. And so like they would hold the Bluegrass Festival type shit at the gym. At the school gym. And it would be out of school hours. So like this was an entirely unaffiliated event that like they would do at the school. But they would just bring everybody out. They would be like, as a treat for you all, here we got this band here. One of them's got a banjo, and they're gonna go crazy. Like a fifth of your town, yeah. I moved out of there like 4 years ago or something. No, not 4. 3? I don't know. This is awful. When did Technoblade die? It was a month after that. So anyway, look, I had a lot on my mind at the time. I don't know what day it was. 3 years, yeah. That makes sense to me. This is like I'm just like, oh shit, I'm in a bigger town now. This is crazy. In 22, maybe. Let me technically. He's gotta have a Wikipedia article, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was 2022, that's right. So 2 years ago then. 2 years ago. Pasta water. There we go. There we go. Boy oh boy. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm still not used to living in a bigger city. It's crazy. I mean, streaming is part of why... Whoops, sorry. I did a thing in the video game that I still have pulled up, but we haven't... You know what, let's just... We can, I can turn the video game music on so we're not just listening to Sans on loop. But, yeah, it is... I wanted better internet. That was part of it. One of the big things. 'Cause, boy oh boy, I wanted to be a silly little guy on the internet. I've been trying to be, or not, I've been trying. I haven't really been trying because I was, you know, a small child for most of my life. Or not small, but you know. I'm not, what's 18 times 2? There we go. I haven't become 36 yet, so therefore most of my life has been as a child, technically. You ever think about that? You ever think about that? Numbers are crazy. I say that and then I remember the name of the game. Case select. Oh boy. Okay, 4 chapters. Just, like, it's been almost 30 minutes. Whoops. This is what happens when we get off on a SpongeBob tangent. But, okay, last we left off in this game, I was vindicated. I was right, and I'm never wrong. We discovered there was a guy, our boss fired us, then died immediately. We found out that our boss was being blackmailed into firing us. They accused this one guy of killing him, but it wasn't that guy, he was framed. It was this other guy, called it. The other guy, was like somebody else under a different name, and we broke into the police office, the police house, and we figured out it was that guy, and then we went to that guy's house to try and bring him to justice, but he was dead already. He was dead on the ground. And they're like, oh, it's probably a suicide. This is a murder mystery game. It's not. If you suspect it's a suicide, it's not a suicide. This is a murder mystery. It's only a suicide if you didn't expect it to be a suicide. Because I've only seen one murder mystery where that was the twist. It's only happened once, and nobody else is gonna do the exact same thing. Because all of them are so distinct from each other, because it's an endless world of possibilities. So overwrite my autosave, my non-existent one, because I haven't played this chapter before. Let's go for it. It hadn't been a great start to the summer. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, yeah, your friend died. Yeah. And you were unemployed, that is also true. The job I loved, my whole career, was gone. I was lost, and that was the least of my worries. I hadn't seen a real body since Dad's funeral, but suddenly, I was haunted by death. First Blake, then the man who killed him, and somehow, in a way I couldn't begin to understand, I was at the center of it all. The only good thing to come out of that day was meeting Scout, but he had problems of his own. Could he even understand what I was going through? Still, it was good to have someone to talk to. It was a nice feeling. Comfortable. I wondered how long it would last. I completely did not even mention the tiny little robot that's helping us solve these murders. But we have a tiny little robot who's helping solve murders, and the tiny little robot has amnesia. Hello? Are you my mother? See? What did I tell you? Your friends are late. I said we should have taken a cab. You really want to miss your own award show? We'll be here, Mom. You did look similar on purpose. They're probably stuck in traffic. Dick Stanford is hosting this year. I bet he's not stuck in traffic. He's a professional. I asked KC to drive me to the awards. I can't bail on him just because you invited yourself along at the last second. Well, it's not like you are going to bring a date, is it? Speaking of which, I saw Ryan the other day. Ryan and I are through, Mom. Divorced. It's over. We have a name! We have a name for the ex-husband. With that attitude, I'm hardly surprised. There's no substitute for a good man. I should know. That reminds me. I found something yesterday while I was clearing out a drawer. Think of it as an early birthday gift. Oh? My birthday was 3 months ago, Mom. Why have you always got to make such a big deal out of everything? Just take it. Puzzle start. Hell yeah. She got me the gift of a puzzle. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I love puzzle. Da-da-da. I love puzzle. I love solving puzzle. Beautiful gift. 10 out of 10. Love it. Let's see here. What does it look like? Can I guess from just this? No, I can't. This is nothing to me. Ba-ba-ba. A snail? A locket. A locket. I wish it were a snail. Maybe I can put an image of a snail inside of the locket. Jewelry? Mom, I don't... Open it up. There's a photograph inside. Oh, wow. Why is that police officer standing in front of a giant brown hat? It must be at least 25 feet in diameter. How big must the person who wears that hat be? I'll need to add this to my database. No, Scout. That's the Brown Derby in Wilshire. I loved that restaurant as a kid. And he isn't just any police officer. That's a photo of her father. Not that it's any of your business. Nobody's told me anything about this little robot. Really, Honor, I don't know where you found this thing. It's not even human. Correct. I'm not human. I am Scout. You'd better point that camera of yours somewhere else, you little... Don't start, Mom. I'm just happy you found this photo. I don't have a lot of pictures of Dad. It's good to see him again. Thanks for this. I appreciate it. Casey! Sorry I'm late. Traffic was... It's about time you showed up. I always thought you were unreliable, but this takes the cake. Miss Mizrahi, delightful to see you, as always. Honor, you didn't tell me your mother was coming. You could have warned me. That'd have brought my wooden stake. Sorry, I didn't know until today. Trust me, she isn't exactly my first choice for a +1 either. 1 second, I think that's my phone. Oh no, you know how my ankles get if I have to stand for too long. Uh-huh. Okay, we'll see you there. Bye. Becky said she doesn't need a ride anymore. She'll meet us there. Well, are we going? Or are you two gonna stand out here yapping until sundown? I'm gonna go sit in the car before I catch a cold. But it's the middle of June. I'm cold easily. Have you considered putting yourself up for adoption? I guess we should get going. Right you are. Wouldn't want her heart to thaw out in that hot car, would we? Orpheus Theater? Orpheus? The boy from mythology? The prodigal sad boy? So, ready for the Starshine Awards? I've been better. I'm still kind of, processing, you know? I didn't want to bug you, but last time you were this quiet was because of that douchebag, so I was a little worried. Well, you shouldn't. No matter how bad things get, I'm never going back there, I promise. Ooh. Not a friendly divorce, huh? Have you spoken to your agent about any new roles? I could always put out some feelers out amongst the stylist network. We hear everything. Truth be told, I haven't even told her. I don't want to rush anything, but my savings will last another couple months. I'll be fine. Of course you will. I mean, you've got me, haven't you? And I guess Scout now, too. Although, just to clarify, it's still crazy that you have a literal flying robot. But that's fine, I'm not jealous. Don't you think it's a bit weird that Dick Stanford is hosting the awards? A retired chat show host is hardly going to bring in the viewers, is he? You know Marcine, the stylist I know at the Late Late Show? She said it's because he runs the Starshine Committee. Uses his clout to demand they make him the presenter. Sounds about right for this town. If he's been running the awards this long, he must be doing a good job. But I can't particularly say I want to watch him. Me neither, but Mom won't shut up about the guy. He is the only reason she's coming. I swear, when he quit TV, she was sadder than when Grandma died. Speaking of which, I think we better go soon. If your mom stares at me from that car for much longer, she'll bore a hole in my head. It's been fun having Scout at my place, but I'm exhausted. Little guy's been soaking up information like a sponge ever since we watched Casablanca. We've watched 26 movies over the past 9 days. I wanted to see more, but Honor has run out of tapes. I'd warn you about getting square eyes from watching that much TV, but... It's not just TV. He's read almost every book I own. He loved Dad's old mystery novels. If I can learn the techniques of all the great detectives, I might be able to find out where I come from. I can't believe anyone would build something as incredible as Scout and then just throw him away in the junkyard. Whoever they are, they don't serve him anymore. Forget about them. I already did. That's the problem. Cute locket! Where did you get it? Mom gave it to me. Oh. Be careful, it might be cursed. Alright, to the theater then. Oh, multiple things here. Oh? Well, I never! They've actually gone all out on the decoration this year. There's the champagne waiter. Hey, hello, over here. Anna, what's up? Everyone's staring at us. At me. What do you expect? This is what you signed up for when you became an actress. I'm gonna go find our table. Do people know about what happened at the studio? About Blake? You know Hollywood, Anna. News travels fast. They'll get over it. What's the matter with you people? You there in the cheap jacket. Maybe you should spend less time gawping at us and more time in front of a mirror. That wig isn't fooling anyone. Aww. Oh, shit. Ryan. Uh-oh. I knew that the husband would appear. Or the ex-husband would appear. I said that at the end of my predictions at the end of stream yesterday. Okay, I didn't think it would be this fast. I thought it would be like a chapter 3 or 4 thing. Hi. Nicely done. I wish I could make that big an entrance. Ryan? What the hell are you doing here? Ah, KC. Loud and clueless as always. I'm here because I was invited. Were you? Or did Honor just bring you along out of pity? Oh, of course! I forgot they added an award for Sleaziest Ex-Husband of the Year. I'm rooting for you, Ryan. It's about time people recognized how good you were in that role. Thanks, Casey, but I can handle him. Would you go check on Mom, make sure she's okay? Fine. Even she's a step up from this bottom feeder. Why are you making yourself alone? Ah, you have Scout. I heard about your showrunner. Hard to believe that kind of thing can really happen, isn't it? Not when you've seen the body firsthand. Or no, not when you've seen the body firsthand. You must have been overwhelmed. Sorry I wasn't there to help. Thanks, but I don't need your help. I did just fine on my own. Really? That's not what I heard. Ryan? Ex-husband. This is Honor's, I think, recently divorced ex-partner here, who she's mentioned a couple times of just being a little dick. A bit of a dick. So things are Oh boy, I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna, like... He's gotta be involved in some of these cases. I don't know, I said maybe all of them. But at least this one, given that he's showing up. Who knows? It's not what I heard. Is it true the murderer died before the cops could get to him? Took a dive off the 10th floor? 2 dead in 1 day, and both times you were just a little too late. You seem too smug about that. I gotta say, that doesn't sound just fine to me. But I guess you're still too proud to admit you need my help. I did the best I could under the circumstances. I'm sure you did. Just something to think about, I guess. Anyway, I've gotta go. Got some business to see to. Enjoy the ceremony. I found the voice. I've been trying to find it, but I finally did right before he leaves. But it's this. This is the voice for Ryan. Had to talk on it a bit more, so I would hopefully remember it. Can he die next? Yeah. Sleaziest ex-husband award, for real. Can he die next? I feel like he's either going to be a murderer or somebody, like, along the lines of, like pulling the strings. I get, like, it could be like a Matt on guard from Ace Attorney. What was that? Is that the second game? Yeah, it's the second game. Or the third. No, it's the second game. The final chapter of the second game. That was my ex-husband. He's an ass. I didn't register that he was a donkey. I knew some kind of shit like that. That's not the definition I have on file for ass. What time does the awards show start? I can't wait to see what it's like. I'm not sure. I think I've got the details here somewhere. Am I gonna solve a puzzle for it? Fuck yes. I love when puzzle. I don't know if you guys noticed that yet. Have you guys noticed that I like puzzles? I've been keeping it subtle. I've been keeping my enjoyment of puzzles as a mystery. But I can't believe I finally let it slip. People have been suspecting it for years. But I've done such a good job at keeping it hidden, behind closed doors. Making sure nobody knew. But unfortunately, you all now know my horrid, terrible secret. 3, 1... Do. 1, 1. Okay, and this is a 5 here. And they definitely are... At least this one here is a bit harder. Or at least it's, like, bigger than the, ones in last chapter. Thought I liked first-person shooters. Yeah. That's most of the games I play here, you know? I'm very good at it. Oh my gosh! Huge fan of Call of Duty. You know, I'm very good at Call of Duty. I know what it's about. I'm in the lobbies. I love multiplayer games. I'm in the lobbies of them. Making sure all the, poning noobs and all, you know? I'm doing bad at this puzzle, and I think it's because I'm doing my stupid bits here. There we go. No, I just hit a single thing wrong, and it threw me off. There we go. I misclicked there. Flyer? I don't think I could have guessed that. Welcome to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards, hosted by Dick Stanford. I know that name. Your mother has mentioned him 43 times so far today. Yeah, she's kind of obsessed. He used to host a late-night talk show, Backtalk. It says here he's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award to be presented by his former co-host, Kathleen Cartwright. Okay, how are we feeling about this guy being the guy who's gonna die? How do we feel about Dick being dead? Ding dong, the Dick is dead? It's like, it's gonna either be that or like he's like involved in whatever this is, you know? This guy, we're talking about him too much. And it's about time too. He's a legend. Mom, what are you doing? Did you find our table? Of course I did! But I'm not about to sit there alone with that Casey. I don't like the way that boy looks at me. Casey. No wonder you can't find a girlfriend. Yeah, that's why. I don't have time to go into that right now. Look, if they don't get it, then they don't get it. It's not your job to explain it to her. I can't see Dick anywhere. Do you think he had to cancel? Jesus, Mom, give it a rest, will you? He's probably backstage. Oh, these people. Why don't they sit down so I can see? Hey, you with the serving tray, get out of the way! Damn, Becky! Becky, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God you're here. Me miss the Starshine Awards? Never! I just had some stuff to deal with at home. But you understand honor. Oh, you're always talking about how crazy your mom is. She said what? Becky, this is my mom. Oh, hi. I've heard so much about you. Wah, wah. She's just kidding, Mom. Hey, I think that was him. Mr. Stanford. Dick over here. She moves fast for an old lady. Honor, I swear to God, if your mom gets us kicked out of the Starshine Awards, I'd better go find her before she does anything crazy. I better go find her before she murders Dick. I'm just allowed to go backstage? Damn. Actually, I say that, Honor did a lot of breaking and entering last chapter, so I might not be allowed to go back here. Mom? Mom, are you back here? Can't believe I'm actually trying to find my mom. Give me a moment to scan the area. I may be able to see where she went. Hell yeah, investigation. Oh, need to clean that. Okay. Voop, 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 voop. Oh my God. Are we gonna have a step-ladder debate? Are we gonna steal from Ace Attorney? I hope we are. Are we gonna have a little reference? Please, please, please. Da da da. Oops, there we go. 3, 4. 2. Those are 2s, those are 1s there, so that's gotta be like that. That has to be one of the 2s. And that's the 4. Ba-ba-ba. It's gonna be 1 here, and there's gonna be 2 2s like that. This is a 3, so 2 4 here. We know that that's not there, so that has to be the 4 like that. Don't know much about the 2 over here. Got those 1s from that. 2. This is a 1, so we can get rid of that. 3, and those 2 from the 3. 2. Ba-ba-ba. It's either a 2 here or a 2 here. 3. It's like that, so that can't be a 2. Therefore, it's like that. It's a 4. Ba-ba-ba, 2. There's like... Oh, it's a bow tie! Ah. Interesting. There's a bow tie on the floor over here. Perhaps this... Hate to interrupt, but Mom wasn't wearing a bow tie. Perhaps not, but my scans indicate that this was moved very recently. In fact, based on the crumpled angle of the fabric, your mother could be... coming this way. Someone coming this way. What? Who? Hi! Oh, you're Dick. I was honestly expecting somebody broader. Granted, maybe that's because I'm thinking about Dick Gumshoe. I don't know. I'm just gonna maybe just do it like a Jersey accent or something like that. I don't know. Ah, good. You hear about the flowers? What flowers? The ones in my dressing room, girl. Are you deaf? Dick, glad to have finally caught up with you. I wanted to say what a big fan I am, and sorry, I don't do autographs. Now, about those flowers, I specifically asked for Asiatic lilies, but you gave me Astromeria. An easy mistake. That's romantic. Is this a new coffee machine? I'll take a triple grande non-fat latte with no foam. So, what do you have to say for yourself? Come on, I haven't got all day. What's that you got in your hand? It's a bow tie, but... That thing again? I told you people before. Dick Stanford does not wear a clip-on. They're cheap and tacky. The damn things don't even get tight enough. Now I'll have to go on stage in my turtleneck, and I'm gonna look like some kind of amateur. I don't work here, just no excuses. It was all in my contract. You'll be hearing from my lawyers about this. Wait, Dick, I wanted to... So that's Dick Stanford, huh? What a guy. He's obviously just stressed. When's this show supposed to be starting anyway? Oh, his accent's infected me. His accent's infected me, girl. Mom, are you okay? Aside from the accent affecting me? Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? Dick was pretty rude. I mean, I know you're a fan of his, but you gotta admit that. It was just stress. I'm sure he's not normally like that. He loves his fans. I'm not surprised he's a little on edge after he was all but forced into retirement. Imagine if your show was taken away from you. Well, I wasn't sure how to tell you this, but if you ask me, Mr. Stanford has every reason to be upset. They made him retire just to replace him with that idiot Bobby Price. All because he isn't young or, what's the word, rad? Back in my day, radical meant some kind of hippie. I'm surprised you wanted to come tonight. I thought you didn't like award shows. I don't. Why would I want to see a bunch of overpaid nobodies getting awards for just standing around on camera? Thanks, Mom. Don't give me that look. You know how I feel about modern television. All style and no substance. What about Dick Stanford? He works in TV and you're his biggest fan. That's completely different. He's got style, he's got flair, he's got a huge stick up his class! That's what sets Dick Stanford apart from the rest. He's a dying breed, Anna. And he's gonna be dying. When you said he was gonna be here, I knew I had to come and support him. Him? What about me? My show's up for an award too, you know. Why do you always have to make everything about you? God damn. Casey is the only good person in your life, huh? I guess aside from Scout. And you know, I get maybe Blake might have been good too, but Blake might have been good, who knows. We didn't get all we know is that he was cheating on his wife. Oh boy. Did you know Ryan's here? He's the last person I want to talk to right now. You're bound to bump into him occasionally. He's got good connections. I always said he had a head for business. You don't find a man like him every day. Thank God for that. Just try and be civil. It's not his fault you decided to leave him. Yes, it very much was. Does deserve to fall down the stairs. I get why Honor wouldn't, you know, be, like, immediately opposed to, like, hanging out with the mom, because, I mean, like, her dad is dead, you know? She does, unless she has siblings that she has not mentioned ever, this is, like, her only family. So, like, I get it. But also, like, damn. You should be, like, immediately confronting her about all this more. You know? I don't know, it's easier to say from an outsider POV. Thanks again for the locket, Mom. Your father was a good man. You need things to remember him by. Why are you showing me that? Or why are you showing me that? You're not gonna keep that thing, are you? Wait. Could this clip-on bow tie be a useful clue? Probably not. I love that. Okay, so it is 1996. It said that on one of the other pieces of evidence. I didn't read that out loud, though. Where have you been? They're about to start. I wouldn't want you to miss anything when I get called up to collect Best Actress. When? Did you even watch this season? I killed it! There's no way I'm not taking home that trophy. Will you keep quiet? Dick is about to come on. Yeah, Becky, keep quiet. Shh! Ah! Yes, ma'am. Hello? Who's this? Oh yeah, you said that there was like you were presenting with your co-host. I like her design a lot. Granted, I do love like this color combo. What did yeah, I was gonna do like a Jersey accent for this guy. Welcome everybody to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards! I'm Dick Stanford. And I'm Kathleen Cartwright. I applaud. I've got to tell you, Dick, it's so good to be back on stage with you tonight. Thank you, Kathleen. Well, isn't this a wonderful reunion? I always said we made a great team. Now, before we begin with the awards, I want to say how grateful I am to all of you out there who have supported me since my retirement. My fans mean everything to me. I may not have my show anymore, but I have your support. This is not even a Jersey accent, this is just bad. Actually, no, this is like specifically like, this is more like a New York. This is like a, it's like a Staten Island type more. Or like a, you know, not exactly, this isn't the type of Jersey accent I normally do. But this is it, this is like a New York more, I think. But you know what, maybe I'm from New York. The Big Apple. Yeah, that's why she's wearing red. It's to honor the Big Apple. Let me tell the world tonight, Dick Stanford is not dead yet. Oh my god. He's so gonna die. Thank you. Now on to the awards, and we'll begin with Best Actress. We're gonna pause here because the ads are starting in 20 seconds here. We're starting with Best Actress? That's crazy. That's crazy that we're starting with Best Actress. Don't they normally save, like, actor, actress, best, like, I guess, like, show or movie or whatever for, like, the end. Because those are, like, the biggest draws. Damn. Just right out the gate. Right out the gate, we don't give a shit about these actresses. Which, granted, is true about the entertainment industry. But also, like, I didn't realize we were saying the quiet part out loud. This is 1996. You know? You know? Come on, ads. You've been starting soon for like a minute now. Do your little thing. There we go. There we go. Oh, they started, but they didn't say the thing in the chat. Okay, well, the ads have started. You know what? Let me pull up... Because this happens on occasion, I should make, like, a command. Let's see here. Like, I don't like that this happens sometimes. Let's see here. Ba-ba-ba... Let me, I'll just say it manually this time. I'll just say that there. And then, let me copy that, and then I'll make a command. I was having a couple of technical problems at the like, right before stream, so it makes sense that this would be happening too, you know? And, like, might as well happen, you know? Okay, I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna just go ahead and test this now so I can... Yay, it works. Okay. So I'm gonna... What about adding that emote to it too? I mean, yeah, I can. What if I just replace the :3? Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Ah. Well, does it show up on screen? It shows up on screen. It's above my head like that. Is that worth it? Nah, I just have it I have it set to moderators. To moderators and me. I knew that that would happen. I knew that that would happen. I knew that somebody would do that. Hi, welcome back from the ads. In case you guys saw all those messages during it, I was setting up a command so that when whenever the stream element bot that is supposed to say that thing when the ads happen, when it doesn't do that, now me or one of the mods can do a command. Do the command again. Okay, one more time. There you go. There you go. You hoped? Okay. Back to this. Thank you. Right, I was doing a bad Jersey, became New York. I'm from Long Island. Here we are. Thank you! Now on to the awards, and we'll begin with Best Actress. These lovely young ladies have graced our screens this year with their beauty and poise. And some of them managed to remember the lines, too. Yes. The Starshine Committee has nominated some very talented actresses this year. Very true. The competition was fierce, but there can only be one winner. And there was one name in particular we couldn't ignore. Now my lovely assistant Kathleen here will do the honors and open up the golden envelope. The winner is Sarah O'Hara for Oklahoma Dreaming. Good job, Sarah. What? Becky. Big round of applause for Sarah, everyone! What a champ! I'm so happy for her. Well deserved, really. She earned it. Becky, people are staring. Are you? Let them stare! This is a travesty! What's gotten into you, girl? Keep your voice down. I'm sick of keeping my voice down. Aww. Sorry, Becky. Oh shit! No, I thought you were leaving. These awards are a joke! I worked my ass off for 4 years, and what do I have to show for it? I thought this would finally be my year, but no! Sarah O'Hara, are you kidding me? Well, guess what? You're all dead to me. Damn. I guess it's someone's time of the month. Whoa, where am I? Where's my accent? I guess it's someone's time of the month, am I right? Ah ha ha. Dick, if somebody else doesn't kill you, I will. Bloody hell, Becky just made Sally Field look reserved. You hate me. You really hate me. Tough crowd. I'd better go after her. No, don't leave me here with, this lovely company. So, Mrs. Mizrahi, you enjoying your evening so far? It's no good. She's locked herself in the restroom. I think she dropped something on her way out. Let me take a look. Puzzle! Puzzle! Puzzle, 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 puzzle. Let's see here. 2, 4, 2. These ones with only ones. Ba-ba-ba. Do-do. So let's see here. 1 and 4. Not much I can do about that, actually. 4. Not much I can do about that. 5. 5. Okay, so this is either a 2 or a 1 there. 4. 1, 1. So there's definitely an X there. So that's more like that now. Da-da-da. See, now we're getting into harder ones. Hell yeah. 2, 2, 1. So this has to be a 1 here. Like that, and then the 2 and the 4. And then the 5 like that. 4. Ba-ba-ba. Let's see here now. 5, 5. 2, 2. Get rid of those. 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. There we go. Paper? Torn up speech. Aww. She had a speech prepared and everything. Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally receive the award for Best Actress. Mom, Dad, if you're watching, I told you I could do it. This must have been Becky's acceptance speech. But her parents didn't even turn up. She must be heartbroken. Who the hell is this? Oh no, wait, they mentioned this is the guy who took over Dick's show. I mean, if Dick doesn't die, it's gonna be you. Crazy night, huh? I'm Bobby Price. And I guess I'm the obligatory character with a southern accent this game. Sounds familiar. Have we met? Not until now. Hey, aren't you the girl from the news? The one that solved the murder? And this must be a little robot dude. That's dope. No, I am Scout. Bobby Price, what are you doing here? Bobby Price must be short because he looks cheap. Oh, fuck yeah. Nice one. Oh, that's how I know your name. You ought to be ashamed to be in the same building as Dick Stanford. You stole his show. What are you talking about? I didn't steal anything. Can you people leave me alone? You think you're so cool with your clothes and your hair. Dick's show went to hell when you took over. You threw out everything the fans loved. Only thing you idiots kept was the title. And if you ask me, you should have changed that too. Back talk? More like crap talk. Mom! I should get out of here. I think the show is about to start again. But, Honor, we should talk sometime. I'd love to have you on for an interview. Thanks, I'll think about it. He's blushing, yeah. He's getting scolded by a stranger's mom. You'll do no such thing. He only wants to boost his ratings before he gets cancelled. The mom and Sean from Case 1 hang out. Oh my god, they're just talking about television. They would not get along. Because she only likes one TV show. And it's not the same one. Is it a good blush or a bad blush? Who knows? It could be anything. I really like his design. I hope he's not the murder victim. Dick's got you all brainwashed. I swear, next time I see him... Well, that definitely makes me look suspicious, because Dick's probably gonna be the one to die. See what I tell you. Network TV is full of idiots. They just talk smack. No, that would be smack talk. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. There aren't many as well loved in television as tonight's winner. And while he may have retired, I'm sure we'll be talking about him for years to come, because we're gonna show his dead body live on air. I'm pleased to be able to give this award, and these lovely flowers, to my old cold star, Dick Stanford. Oh no, he's still alive. For now. These flowers smell incredible. You know how much I love clematis? Thank you, everyone. I spent over 20 years on television, so I learned a little something about what makes a successful show, and the flower were poison. Sorry, it's it's warm up here. I never thought my show would, I'm sus of her. Sorry about this, folks. Dick, are you okay? Have you been drinking? What? No, I don't... It's so hot in here. And all these people staring. They're waiting to hear from you, Dick. Why don't you tell them about our show? Our show? You mean my show? No, not mine anymore. Now it's his. What are you talking about? Perhaps you better go and lie down. Maybe it's her, maybe it's not. She's definitely a suspect. Because it's gonna be like her. People are gonna be sus of Bobby. Who knows? I'm just like, these are the two suspects at the moment. There's also Ryan. But I feel like Ryan has to be like a bigger part in this, right? Like, he's gonna be something, but he's gonna be like a bigger part. He's gonna be in like one of the later chapters, you know? Bobby Price. That sniveling little... They gave him my show! 20 years, and I'm tossed out like... What? What are you all staring at? You all think I'm crazy, don't you? But let me tell you something. I don't feel so good. Thump? Oh no, he's running off before he thumps. I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry that you all had to see that. I'm sure he'll be better once he's slept it off. The sleep of the dead. Sleeping with the fishes, more like. Poor Dick, he looked terrible. What do you think was wrong with him? You mean besides being a terrible human being? The poor man's obviously having some kind of nervous breakdown. I'm gonna go check on him if no one else will. Let me discover the body. You've got to admire her dedication. I don't get it. We met Dick backstage and he was a complete jackass. At least he was living up to his name. But Mom refuses to accept it. She's acting like nothing even happened. If you believe something for long enough, sometimes you don't want to see the truth, especially if it hurts. Maybe you're right. Remembers husband. Looks like the show's finishing up. I guess we can forget about taking any awards tonight. Why bother inviting all of us here if we aren't going to win anything? As if you had anything better to do on a Tuesday night. Touché. Well, there's drag bingo at a club not far from here. We could go tonight. With your mother. Good point. Let's just head home. Let her learn. That about wraps up everything on yet another wonderful evening. Many thanks to all our award winners. On behalf of the Starshine Committee, something else I said. Stop everything! Dick Stanford is dead! Dun dun dun. Fallen star. Oh. I mostly think it's Kathleen at the moment, even though we have no evidence, because she looks cool as hell. What? Dick's dead. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I know a dead body when I see one. I'll call the police. It could be not her. Who knows? Mom? I went backstage. His door was open and he was... Sharon, did you see who it was? Where did they go? Leave her alone, Ryan. She's in shock. What are you, a paramedic? I'm just trying to help. You want to help? Go get her a glass of water. Come on, Mom. You should sit down. He was just lying there, staring up at the ceiling. You don't want my help? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a tragedy here tonight. But we're lucky enough to have a famous detective in the house. Honor Mizrahi, everyone. Oh, you fucking dick. What the hell, Ryan? No need to be modest, Honor. We've all read about how you solved the murder of Blake Patterson. Honor? What's he talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. It seems we haven't all read about it. Didn't you know your daughter is a hotshot detective now, Miss Mizrahi? Ryan, stop. Please. It's not true, Mom. I'm not. I'm sure Honor will only be too happy to kick off tonight's investigation. How about we give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to kill you next, Ryan. I'm going to kill you. Why are you doing this? You'd better get to the crime scene, Honor. You'd only be too late yet again. Fucking asshole. Alright, to the dressing room. Dramatic way of falling. Call back, Dick. Consider wig making. Back talk with Dick Stanford. Break a leg, darling. XXX. Dick Stanford, back talk is back. Double trouble. Dearest Dick, love your show. I'm your #1 fan. Wishing you well, Dick. Did he sign his own autograph there? Ooh. Good night there, Haldo. He's really... Bum bum bum. Don't think you could just walk away from me, Honor Mizrahi. What's going on? Is it true what Ryan said? Someone died and you've been acting like some kind of detective? It was just one time, Mom. Blake was dead, and I don't want to hear it. What were you thinking? It was bad enough you gave up your degree to become some low-rent TV actress, but now this? If your father was here, he'd... Mom, Dick Stanford is dead. Are you gonna help or not? Maybe I should go and put Dick's flowers in some water. They're starting to wilt already. Mom, wait, Well, now that we're alone, I can strangle you. Kind of early to be collecting flowers for the funeral, isn't it? Don't you have someplace else to be? Like hell? Hey, I'm just here to watch the great detective at work. And I'm here to kick your ass. I'm not a detective, Stay out of my way, okay? Oh, God. Let's get it over with. Do you really have to stand there? Oh, now you want to talk to me. No, I don't. But I probably have to progress the plot, so let's look around first. So I can show you objects. Well, obviously the dead body is something. But what else is there? Like, there's one here. Okay, that's the same for the body there. Anything else, like, over here or anything? No? Okay. Just the body. Die Dick? Dick's already dead. I'm sort of investigating his murder at the moment. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. Should have said die, you dick. Yeah, I knew you were calling Ryan a dick. I just wanted to be pedantic for a joke. Da-da-da. There we go. Three, one. Actually. Hell yeah, I love that show. New goal for streaming is get famous enough to get invited to be on any dropout show. That's the goal. Would you love that for me? Yeah, I would also love that for me. It's a handprint. Is it a bloody handprint, or is it like a normal handprint? I guess they tend to, you know, be covered in like some kind of residue or something in order for it to leave it there. Oh no, it's on the neck. Right, I did see like a red mark on his neck. Honor, look at this. There are handprints on Dick's neck. I was looking at, 'cause I was hating him. That's why I was so on strangling earlier. It's because I kept being like, I could just grab his scarf and just pull. He was strangled. Strangulation. Death by external obstruction of the windpipe, stopping the flow of air to the lungs. Air is important. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Can't believe we're really doing this. You can't, but you know I'm good at finding things. Not just that, everything. We're doing detective work again. How did that happen? Thought we were done when we solved Blake's murder. That was just a one-off thing, wasn't it? You may not have been looking for a mystery to solve, but this mystery has found us. And besides, we still have the matter of my memory loss to solve. Unless you think we should stop. No, we've already started. Might as well do as much as we can before the police get here. And after that? I don't know yet. So, I guess that means we're partners again. Just like in the movies. Here's looking at you, Scout. Well, there's more to investigate, I think, now. Because the button is still here. Okay, there was a thing over here, too. Unless this is new. 15. Get all that there. Ba-ba-ba. 7. 4, 4, 5, 4. Ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. There we go, and a 2. Little bitty like that. 5. Like that. So this will be the 6. And the 1 there. So it's like that then. And like that. And that'll be the 3. And those are 2 of the 1s. It's gotta be like that, therefore it's like this. There we go. Six. 4 like this. What is this? Fucked up car? It looks like a fucked up car. At least to me. I'm never good at telling what nonograms are supposed to be. Like, I'm good at solving them. But I never know what they're supposed to be. What is this? Chocolate bar? Liquor spill. It's a liquor spill. A spill? That would suggest some kind of struggle, maybe? Smells like whiskey. Whiskey? Ah, fermented grain liquor. Pairs well with beef and wild mushrooms. Would you say that this smells domestic or imported? Since when do you know so much about whiskey? I scanned a copy of Rise and Shine magazine in the lobby earlier. Philip Marlowe's fascination with alcohol is finally starting to make sense. Seems like it was Dick Stanford's fascination, too. Must have been drinking it before he went up for his award. That's everything from my quick scan. Should I make a more detailed sweep? Not yet. I think we've got enough to suggest what happened here. Oh, you have a theory already. I can't wait to hear it. Dick was murdered. Someone must have been waiting for him backstage. I mean, a handprint around his neck indicating he got strangled? You can't exactly do that to yourself. Not with your hands. I think like your body instincts kick in. I think you would only go, like, even if you clamp down, like, then you would pass out first. And, like, then your hands would relax, right? I think that's how that works. So, like, this is a moida. I don't know why I said it like that. It just felt right. Dick was murdered. Someone must have been mating for him. Mating? Must have been waiting for him backstage. The whiskey suggests he was drunk, so he couldn't have put up much of a fight. Killer had only to put his hands around his neck and... Lights out for Dick Stanford. Scout, was that a quip? It's a quote from one of your detective novels, but I'm working on a routine to make my own. I've got to admit, I'm impressed. That's not my voice, this is it. No, really, not bad for someone with no experience or training. Who knows, maybe this time you can catch the killer before he jumps off a 10th floor balcony. I'm going to push you off a 10th floor balcony. Cross! Otter, what are you doing here? Maybe we're trying to figure out what happened here. I thought I made it clear last time you're not a detective. And I thought I made it clear last time that smoking indoors is bad. And not only is smoking indoors bad, in an active crime scene, that is absolutely terrible. But and as for this toaster of yours, I've got no feelings, no intuition, and undermines all the principles of good police work. Oh, it's got that, not I've. That's different. Don't you want to at least hear what we found? Absolutely not. I've got a trained forensics team coming in. I can only hope you two idiots haven't contaminated all the evidence. Now get out of my crime scene. He didn't seem pleased to see us. No, but that's not gonna stop us now, right? Right. Let's find some more evidence. God damn it, he's still here! Fine, I'll talk to you. No, I won't. I want to find more evidence first. I know there was a bleep there, but I want to see if there's any bleeps over here. Okay, 7. 7. Da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba. 3. I'm just looking at, I'm looking at Scout in the corner now. Or I guess he's not in the corner. He's in the middle side. Because I'm just like, I've been ignoring Scout every time I've been over here. I'm like, does he do anything? I guess what he does is apparently he smiles occasionally. Thank you, Scout. You're very helpful. Da-da-da. Two, 1, 1, 2, 2. So here we are over into this zone. We have a 3, 1. I get rid of that. 3, 5. 2, 1, 2. This is another, no, the flyer? Magazine. Right, yeah, Becky mentioned that website. Website, magazine. What is a website if not a magazine in digital form? It's an old issue of Celeb Life with a feature on Dick Stanford. Must have been written just after he retired. Looks like a typical puff piece, all about what a great guy he is. Here's something for your database, Scout. Gossip magazines like Celeb Life are total garbage for people who don't have lives themselves. I have added this info to my database. Thank you, Honor. Hello, Blade. That's weird. The last page has been torn out. All that's left are the first two words. However, rumors. I wonder what the rest of the article said. Okay, there's more to be found around here. Oh, I saw a Blinky. Ooh. Did they film the murder? Was the murder filmed? That would make it pretty easy to piece it together if it was filmed. Now, granted, the last murder was recorded via cassette tape. It'd be funnier if, like, the murderers in all 4 chapters just are all recorded in like, media that makes it easier and easier to identify the killer. Like, by the end of this, they've, like, invented HD cameras that are, like, 4K. You know, modern technology somehow. 4K, high-res, ultra HD, fucking... It's got ray tracing on it somehow, I don't know. You need that for your videos. For your pre-made videos and stuff, right? I still don't understand. I think they've not done marketing of ray tracing lately. I've never understood why that would be, like, a thing people want. I guess, like, it looks pretty, but why would you want that in a game? Other than just, like, looking pretty. That just seems like it's gonna hurt your frame rate so badly. And then it did for everybody. Oh, you burned your pancakes? No! Damn. That sucks. This smells just like the whiskey we found in Dick's dressing room. Do you think this was his hip flask? If it was, how did it get out here? And why was it on... why was it in the camera? Alright, we're gonna talk to this fucking asshole. Still tastes alright? Hell yeah. The real cops are finally here. You ready to let them take over now? Not just yet. Did you know Dick personally? I met him a couple of times. Can't say I liked him. The guy was always blowing his own horn. Really? Surprised you didn't get along. It sounds like you had a lot in common. Whoa. Shock me. Uh-oh. Funny. Can you think of someone who might have hurt him? Not offhand, but that's the thing with this town. You never really know anyone. Tell me about it. Oh shit. Really? Your pancakes taste like some lightly burned pancakes? Wow, yeah, you're right. Holy shit, whoa, what the fuck? What do you think about Bobby Price? He looks nervous, doesn't he? And then again, I can't blame him. I hear his show is pretty close to getting cancelled. What's your impression of Kathleen? I don't trust her. She's hiding something. You sure it's not just because she's smart and a woman? I've got no problem with smart women. As long as they're not smarter than you. Are we still talking about Kathleen? Is that a picture of your dad? Wish I could have met him. Wish you met him too. Maybe he could have warned me not to marry you in the first place. Hey, it was your mom who set us up. Your family loves me. They didn't have to live with you. Haha. What's your point? A bow tie? You know I don't wear those things. An acceptance speech? You didn't seriously think you were gonna win Best Actress, did you? It's not my speech, it was Becky's. Ouch! I guess money can't buy everything. Ugh, is that whiskey? You know I hate that stuff. I need to get covered in whiskey, so you stay away from me. According to this magazine article, there was some kind of rumors going around about Dick. Do you know anything about that? Nope. You know I keep out of all that showbiz drama. Get that away from me! Damn it, Honor! You know I can't stand the smell of whiskey. Why not? That's not... The week before we got married, he got wasted and crashed his dad's yacht into the San Diego pier. I don't know what was worse, the broken arm or the 3-day hangover. Thanks for reminding me. Get wrecked. Literally. On a yacht. Can I go back to the dressing room? I can question him again here. Okay, I can say the dialogue that we saw before that we didn't talk about. I can't believe you called me out on stage like that. You had no right. I hadn't even told Mom about what happened yet. Yeah, I got that impression. Real healthy relationship you've got there. Unlike literally any relationship I've ever had, which has been the peak of toxicity. I'm the worst man in the world. Did you know that? I mean, I assume that's why you divorced me, correct? As if you're any kind of authority on what makes a healthy relationship. Well, I know what they're not like. I'm just giving you a chance. A chance to do what? To screw up? Just do whatever you think is best. You're the detective, remember? Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky again. And if not, there's no shame in admitting you need help. Yeah, I need help from Scout. Not from you, you fucking asshole. What do you think happened to Dick? He was out of his mind if that stage performance was anything to go by. Probably went nuts and killed himself. You really think he would do that? You're the detective, you tell me. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt Dick? No. But you have connections to people in the TV business. You may have heard something. Yeah, I know people, but I don't pay attention to industry drama. I get the impression that that is not true in the slightest. All the people are gone. What if the killer got away? Not everyone. Bobby and Kathleen are over there. The two people I immediately called out as being the most suspicious. I guess the cops are focusing on anyone with a direct connection to Dick. Oh, look at them together! I really like both of their designs. I don't want either of them to be the killer, because I want to hang out with both of them forever. There was a bleep immediately, but we're doing the security camera sweep. I did a little bit too far. Where was that bleep? Wherever it was, that might have been the only thing. The champagne? Okay, we have a 14 and a 13. That's way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Ba-ba-ba. 7, 10. 3, 1. The center is burned, but the edges are perfect? I was really picturing the exact opposite. I guess that makes more sense. It is a pancake. Not like, you know, it's not like a cookie or something. So I guess that makes sense. But damn. 7, 7. Seven's here. Da-da. First time making pancakes? Oof. Well, it always takes time to try and get stuff like that. You got this. You're setting the bar, you know? It's like when you're doing a speed run, right? I've never done a speed run, but I've watched people do speed runs. It's like when you're doing a speed run. Yeah, when you do your first go, you don't try and get it exactly perfect. You get your baseline done, and then when you do your next run, when you make your next pancake, you know for sure you're gonna be saving time. You're gonna be baking a better pancake. Requesting adult supervision of your very much adult self. Very childlike adult self mood. Figuring things out can be hard. Unlike these nonograms, which I find simple and fun, and I like them. And I got a wallet. This is my wallet now. I'm stealing it. And then I just leave. Someone must have dropped this without realizing. It's nice. Real leather. I wonder who it belongs to. We should try to return it. There's no ID inside. Just small bills and a check stub for $50,000. It was paid today. But I can't see who it was paid to, just an account number. Can I assume that from your facial expression that $50,000 is a lot? It's a hell of a lot. Maybe even enough to kill for. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Ryan used to have a wallet like this. Ryan, you sussy little man. What did I give him? No, he was the country one. What? Oh, it's you. Sorry, this whole thing with Dick has me kind of bugged. Is it true what that guy said on stage? You trying to find the killer? I'm trying to find out what happened to Dick. Just like you did back at your TV studio. Damn, from playing a detective to being a real one. That is a wild career change. I'm not exactly a real detective. I'm just trying to help. Oh, for sure. That's cool. Wait, you don't think I did it, do you? It's not like that. Why would I throw my whole career away just to murder some old guy? You know, the guy who did my show? Who took the show over? 1 second, chat. Okay, I just double checked. I've been, while talking to this guy, I was slowly pulling up an inflation calculator. This game takes place in 1996. 50K in 1996 is the same as 100K today. So, well, 100K and $606.57. So it's pretty much doubled. Because I was like, that is a lot. That is a lot of money. Maybe kill-worthy. I wouldn't say definitely kill-worthy. I would say maybe kill-worthy. But 100K, that's closer to kill-worthy. That's definitely a whole lot closer. It's no secret that you and Dick didn't get along. And when you left our table during the ceremony, you said you were going to give him a piece of your mind. That was just talk. Why would I pick a fight with Dick Stanford? If anything, he hated me for taking over his show. Do you know if anyone else wanted to hurt him? Probably a long list. He acts nice in public, but in real life, he's got a reputation. Have you talked to Kathleen? She put up with his grumpy ass for years. Or how about that chick who started screaming about how she should have won Best Actress? Becky? Much as I may dislike her, she's not a killer. You sure about that? She looked crazy enough to do anything. Pretty cute, though. Did Kathleen not get along with Dick? They seemed kind of tense on stage. She had to work with Dick every day for almost 20 years. Forget tense, I'm surprised she's still sane. The girl who wanted to win Best Actress was Becky Call. She plays the lead in my show, Murder Mystery. I thought she looked familiar. She was pretty pissed about not getting that award. It was a big deal for her. I guess if anything to drive her to murder. People do crazy things sometimes. Make mistakes in the heat of the moment. Doesn't make them a bad person. Hey, are you friends with her? I'd love to get her number. To get her on Back Talk. I mean, I bet she'd be a great guest. You took over Back Talk, right? Is that when your problems with Dick started? Yeah, and that asshole knows how to hold a grudge. I hadn't been on the air 10 minutes. He was already talking shit about me to the press. He's too flashy. He ruined the show. Sure, we updated things a little, but come on, man. That set hadn't changed in 1979. Couldn't you just ignore him? Sure, but then the hate mail started coming in. He's got all these crazy fans. My ratings crashed. They're already talking about canceling the show. So your TV career was threatened by Dick. Would you say that made you angry? Well, yeah. But I wouldn't kill the guy over it. I don't know anything about that, sorry. This was supposed to be Becky's attendance speech for the Best Actress. Or acceptance, not attendance. Damn, that sucks. Wish I could help her out somehow. We found handprints around Dick's neck. Someone strangled him. Doesn't narrow it down much, does it? After all, everyone here's got 2 hands. This is serious, Bobby. I get nervous. Not because I'm guilty or anything, just the whole situation. I really like him. I don't want him to be the murderer. Granted, I said the exact same but opposite thing about Kathleen, where I was like, I really like her, I want her to be the murderer. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Do you know anything about that? Oh, whiskey? Must have been his. Have you read the Celeb Life article about Dick? No. Seeing his photo on the front cover was enough to put me off. It says there were some rumors going around about Dick. Figures. A lot of my crew worked on the old show with him. From what I hear, he wasn't exactly easy to work with. Anything bad enough that someone who might have wanted to kill him? Sorry, I don't remember. Do you recognize this hip flask? Is it yours? Detectives always have them in the movies. I've never seen one in real life before. Alright, let's talk to Kathleen. I hear you're investigating what happened to Dick. I wish you the best of luck. I guess you've heard by now Dick was strangled. Oh god, please don't tell me anymore. I can hardly bear to think about it. How long did you and Dick work together on Backtalk? Oh, many years. I've heard people say it's hard to imagine there was a time before I was on the show. You weren't there from the start? I didn't join until the 2nd season. They wanted someone who could, attract more viewers. You should have seen the outfits they tried to squeeze me into. Hardly more than swimsuits some days. That's terrible. That's television. But I stood my ground. I like to think I made a difference. How's your relationship with Dick? Oh, we got on just fine. Really. When I met him, he was kind of an ass. This is Hollywood. Everyone has their problems. But I'm a professional, and people who complain get a reputation. Besides, no one wants to hear about backstage drama. They'd rather just relax and enjoy the show. Although I don't think anyone was expecting the show they saw tonight. Do you know Ryan Blackstock? He was on stage earlier. You mean tall, blonde, and handsome? I was wondering who that was. Funniest thing, I saw him with Dick earlier today. They were getting lunch at Dylan's on Fairfax. Lunch? Why would Ryan be getting lunch with Dick Stanford? Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever it wasn't going very well. Seemed like they were arguing. I wish I could tell you more, but I was in a cab at the time. I only got a glimpse. You don't think it could be related to what happened to Dick, do you? What do you know about Bobby Price? He's talented, but he's got some big shoes to fill if he wants to keep hosting Backtalk. He doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Dick. They never saw eye to eye. Dick hated having his show taken away from him, and Bobby hated working in Dick's shadow. Hated it enough to kill Dick. Bobby is young, ambitious, and impulsive. More than that, I can't say. Why are you showing me that? I was so pleased when I found out they wanted me to give Dick his award. I've been waiting for a moment like this for a long time. That makes me sound suspicious as hell. Now it's all over and nothing will be the same again. I guess I was supposed to read that line a little sadder, but I have been going for a weird sort of newscaster voice for her. The clip-on bow tie, Dick used to hate those things. I've already gone to past tense so easily. Funny, isn't it? It can be so hard to remember these things while someone's alive, but after they're gone, even the smallest detail seems unforgettable. Have you seen this article about Dick and celeb life? Of course! Dick was very proud of his front page billing. I'm guessing he was less happy when he saw how the armor... I'm guessing Dick was less happy when he saw how the article ended. Something about rumors. We're still missing that part of the article. Let me guess, the entire last page was torn out. Dick did that to every copy he could get his hands on. He never could take criticism very well. Personally, I think it's good that these magazines do a little digging occasionally. Call it investigative journalism, if you like. So you think there's some truth to the rumors they printed? Can you tell us more about what they were? I cannot because I have a phone call. That would progress the plot a little too much. Sorry, I'd love to talk, but I have to take this. Does this belong to Dick? I don't think so. But you saw what he was like on stage tonight, drunk as a sailor. Is there a chance the hip flask belongs to anyone else? We should investigate every possibility. Well, it could be Bobby's. I heard he started drinking to cope with the stress. The production team aren't happy. Imagine going through all the trouble of rebooting a talk show just for the new host to get carted off to rehab. Any idea whose wallet this might be? Sorry, I don't recognize it. I'm guessing if I do this again, you're gonna get a convenient phone call again. Yeah. Alright, let's go backstage again. Just you again. Dressing room. Okay. Do we have... Can I open my inventory? No. Do I have anything new? I guess there's maybe some new stuff I haven't shown Ryan the wallet yet, and we thought it might... Oh, right, in the argument. Kathleen said she saw you and Dick arguing over lunch earlier today. Care to explain? Oh, that was nothing! We were talking about some business! Things got a little out of hand. It happens. Oh boy, and the ads are starting soon! So we are going to be chilling now. I gave them both, like, I gave both Ryan and Kathleen, like, such newscaster voices. You know? Oh boy. Sorry I went quiet, I was taking a drink of water. I gotta stay hydrated during these kinds of games with all the characters and the voices and stuffs. Be sure I'm all up. Pasta water? And there's the ads. I'll take care of it. There we go. Oh boy. It's always annoying when that doesn't work. Ba-ba-da-ba. Sorry, just stretching a little bit. I know that doesn't, like, translate well via this medium. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Look at this fucking asshole. How dare he be wearing a pinstripe? How dare he? He looks... God. He looks like he's going to start a fucking NFT business. I know it's 1996. I know he can't invest in crypto yet. But this is a crypto bro. Look at him. He was born in the wrong era. He was born just a couple decades too early. This fucking guy. This awful, awful man. I really do like the character design in this game. I haven't talked about that enough. Like, you would just immediately get everybody's vibe so quick. And that's just beautiful, you know? You just immediately get it. Let me check over here. I remember now. Oops, I don't know why that did that. I wanted to make. I just remembered I wanted to do that. Because, like, people keep getting, like, interrupted. And then, like, I don't have enough dialogue to, I don't get to read the full thing before they get interrupted, so hopefully that'll help. You know? You know? I don't even remember what this guy's previous line was. Whoops. Well, whatever. It's fine. The ads are nearly over. We're back. We're back from our mandated chill session. Except in this case, the other guy turned up dead a few hours later. What? You think I did it? What is it with you? You've always got to turn me into the bad guy. We're just following up on all the available evidence. It's nothing personal. I think this scout thing is a bad influence on you. I, however, am an excellent influence. Look at me. I'm great. I'm serious. I do my best to support you, but you don't make it easy. Ba-ba-ba. Yep, alright. Yeah, that's... Haha, idiot. Hey, you found my wallet. Couldn't help noticing you wrote a big check today. You went through my stuff? You just can't help checking up on me, can you? gross. I wanted to see whose wallet it was. So, what's the money for? Nothing. Just business. 50K of business? That's a lot of nothing. I don't have to explain myself to you. Whoever drew me was very good at drawing hands. Goddamn. Okay. Back in here. The music stopped. What about Ryan in here? What's your point? Okay, okay. I've presented all the evidence, I've done all the talks. Is there something back with Bobby and Kathleen I haven't done? Aha! I heard that Dick was arguing with Ryan Blackstock earlier today. Do you know him? Know anything about that argument? Ryan who? Sorry, I don't know the guy. Great. Did I ask you about this? Kathleen? You mentioned Bobby Price has a drinking problem? He'll deny it, I'm sure, but I've heard plenty of stories. A way to calm his nerves, I suppose. What do you think he's nervous about? Oh, the usual. His performance, his ratings, Dick giving him a hard time. And now a murder, too. It's no wonder the poor kid has issues. Can you talk about this yet? Nope, phone call. You're a very busy woman. No, I can't go anywhere else. Have I presented everything? Yeah, I've done this dialogue before. Yeah, I've done all this before with you. I go in order, so there's no reason why I would have the last one done and not. Because to me, the next step would be, like, why is Ryan here twice? I feel like that should be... Oh, there we go. Maybe I needed to come here from backstage. Maybe I needed to come to backstage from the dressing room? I don't know. You're still here? What did forensics find? We're still waiting on blood tests, but in my professional opinion, Dick Stanford was strangled to death. We knew that already. Oh. Well, we also found whiskey spilled on the floor. Telltale sign of a struggle. Yep, we knew that too. Jesus H. Christ. How about the door handle? I guess we missed that one. Aha! See? That's why you should leave this to professionals. We know how to check for prints. You found prints? That's great. Well, not exactly. The handle was wiped clean. Smells like the killer cleaned it with the whiskey. The alcohol would have acted as a solvent, a very effective solution. So let me get this straight. The only new thing you found is where some fingerprints used to be? Look, it's not about who found what. It's about coming to the right conclusions. And that takes experience. Expertise and intuition. E. You want conclusions? We've already got 2 suspects. Bobby Price and Ryan Blackstock. Not Kathleen? Whoa, why isn't Kathleen also on the list? That makes her more suspicious. So that's so. What's your evidence against Bobby? Bobby? I mean, that could be his, could be not. We don't know what the rumors are. I guess we'll go with the hip flask. We found this hip flask backstage. It contains the same whiskey as we found on the crime scene. And I've heard Bobby Price has a drinking problem. Interesting. Needs more evidence to back it up, but it's a good start. How about your other suspect? What's that Silver Spoon Blackstock kid got to do with this? Ryan Blackstock was seen arguing with Dick this afternoon. Not much on its own, but he also signed a check today for 50 grand. Bodies have a nasty habit of showing up when there's that much money at stake. And Ryan isn't exactly trustworthy. Well, you know him? He's my ex-husband. He's also manipulative, a damn good liar, and an ass. I'm going to assume that he picked that up from you. What can I say? He's a fast learner. I give him a little high five. Okay, I'll admit you found a good couple of leads. I'll follow up on them just as soon as I finish my report. Ba-ba-ba. Can't we at least keep looking for more evidence? No way! You're lucky I don't arrest you right now for interfering in an investigation. I'm lucky you didn't do that last time either. Now get out of here, will ya? Can't afford any more liabilities. Captain's got me under a microscope on this one. Damn. Am I allowed back in here? Hi. I thought I told you to leave you alone. You know, you're starting to become predictable, Detective. And you're starting to become a real pain in my ass. Do you want something, or are you just here to bug me? Honor's mother dropped her bag in here earlier. We'd like to look for it. Your mother, huh? Yes, her bag. That's why we're here. Alright, but do it quietly. I've got paperwork to finish. Good thinking, Scout. Since when did you know how to lie like that? It was one of many things I learned from those detective movies, along with the snappy one-liner subroutine I mentioned earlier. You'll have to show me later. Right now, we better look for clues before Cross realizes what we're really doing in here. Looking around. He definitely knows what we're doing, you know? He 1,000,000% knows. I think he's endeared to us by now, though. 3, 2, 1. 2. Ba-ba-ba. And the 5s like that. So 1, 1, 1. 2. So that's also a 2. The 1's gonna be in one of these. So 1, looking up and down. Okay, looking back left and right. 1, 3, 3. That would be like that, so we can have those two. There's gonna be 1 there or there. We got like that. 3, 2. We got the 2 and the 3. Ba-ba-ba. Either 1 there and 1 there, or 2 there and none there. But let's see here. 1, 1, 1. So this has to be 2. So there's just 1 somewhere here. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, 1, 1, 1. It's gotta be like that. Ba-ba-ba. Two, 1, 1. Da 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 da. Like this. Bop 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 bop. Bop bop bop. A basketball? A coin? A medallion? He won an Olympic medal. D for Dick. It's some kind of coin, but I don't recognize the currency. It's not a coin, it's a medallion. They give these to recovering alcoholics. Oh, that kind of medallion. And according to the engraving, Dick Stanford has been sober for 40 years. That's true, and the spilled whiskey must belong to the killer. So either that makes Ryan innocent, or that means Ryan is even more of a liar than he already is. This is one of those things that I feel like Honor would know better than we do. It's like the, you know I can't stand this stuff. I assume that means like he's mentioned this before. This isn't just out of the blue. Oh, and I hate it. You know why. I mean, as I said before, I didn't think it's Ryan. He's too much of an asshole, you know? He's gonna be a bigger player later. Every time I say stuff like that, I'm always worried I'm reading into things too much. It's probably better that I read into them too much than not at all, I guess. I don't know. I'm burned by too much bad writing in my day. I need to be able to trust media. But I haven't been burned lately. I'm still... Aren't we all just recovering from Star Wars in our own ways? That and other things, but that's just the first example I could think of immediately. Every day I wake up and I think I could have done the sequels better, and I don't even think I would do them great. But I could have done them better. Okay, I fucked up somewhere. Let me restart this one. Which Star Wars? The sequels. Or, not the... 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. It comes... Its course, it's rough and it gets everywhere. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the thing. Those movies weren't even funny. Like, they were bad, but they weren't even bad in a funny way. The sequels, you had it. Yeah, but like, before those came out, I was used to calling the original trilogy the sequels. Because, you know, it was like the prequels, and I would call them, like, the sequels, but, you know, it's the original trilogy. You have to call them that now, especially now. That there's... You know, yada yada. We can just pretend 8 and 9 don't exist, right? We can just keep The Force Awakens and then go, man, I wish they made more movies after this one. You know, I wish they continued this trilogy. It's a shame they didn't. Shame they never did anything with these characters again. I mean, Rogue One was fun and all, but like, even The Force Awakens is just bad? No, The Force Awakens was great. If it, like, I feel like all of, like, anything, like, negative I can say about The Force Awakens is just because of the sequels in retrospect, you know? Like, I remember I was so excited about that movie. It, like, set up a lot of things. I would not say that if I saw Legends. I don't even know what that is, I'm gonna be completely honest. Is that like a Clone Wars thing or something? Well, Red? One of them extended... is that Extended Universe? Is that what they were called? Or is that a different thing? I didn't want more high-waisted Kylo. I didn't... Look. That's... If we wanted to fucking rant about Star Wars, I can do that, but I'm about to solve this puzzle. I'll do that the next puzzle I do, I'll talk about Star Wars. Got a PDA here. This must belong to Dick. Looks like it's password protected. Can you hack into it, Scout? Sorry, Honor. This is a little embarrassing, but I don't have the right cable. I can only interface with devices bearing an RS-232 port. This device's interface is proprietary. I need some kind of adapter to connect to the PDA. I can't access the data without it. Got it. Well, let me know if you see one around here. I think we found everything we can in here, at least while Cross is watching. A password-protected PDA and a medallion? Is that enough to crack the case? I don't know about the PDA, but the medallion definitely raises some interesting questions. If Dick doesn't drink alcohol, then the whiskey and the hip flask it was spilled from is a direct link to the killer. Basically, Disney made a bunch of things uncanon, now called legends, because it makes so much more sense than current canon. Ah. Yeah, I remember a lot of people being upset about that. Like, in an ideal world, right? It would have just been the 3 original movies and they wouldn't have followed up on it. But, no, see, the thing is, people like money. I don't know if you know about this. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about this thing called Hollywood. Or the movie industry. The entertainment industry. They tend to like money. And pre-established IP is a great way of getting it. And Disney knows that incredibly well. And I think we have a pretty good idea of who it belongs to. We're doing the same thing again. I don't have an original idea, so I'll make a sequel. Or a live-action remake. Boy, oh boy. I still think it's Kathleen. But I don't have any evidence for Kathleen. That's just entirely a vibe thing. But once again, the game is pointing in the direction of Bobby Price, so I will go with the direction of Bobby Price. Jason, Legends version of Kylo, was so much better than Kylo, and he was 1-to-1 what Disney made Kylo from. Well, see, the thing is, in the first movie, Kylo is good. In The Force Awakens, he's good. And then they fucked him up. They fucked up all of the characters. They fucked up Finn badly. I don't know, man. They just truly did shit. Bobby Price. What are you two yammering about? I don't mind you looking for your mom's bag, but can't you do it quietly? We just found it, actually. We'll get out of your hair. Enjoy your paperwork, detective. Damn kids. It's incredible. She's so much like him. Ah, I figured you worked with my dad. Hi, Bobby. You look like you've lost something. Need any help? Oh, ha! Lost something? No, nothing. Are you sure? I can find anything. It's cool. It's cool. I'm just trying to find the men's room. I thought you said you weren't looking for anything? I guess I did. Anyway, I'll just be, The way that the sprites move is so good. Well, that was weird. There's such good, like, character acting just from, like, moving the PNGs like that. You told us that the hip flask was Dick's, but he hasn't had a drink in over 40 years. What? Well, then it must belong to somebody else. What about that Ryan guy? You can't pin this on me. I didn't do anything. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Kathleen, you still here? You know, I get the feeling Bobby really was looking for something. Do you think there's evidence hidden here? Doesn't hurt to take a look around. Oh, Kathleen isn't here. You know, chapter 1, there was a guy who just sort of disappeared partway through, and you know who ended up being the killer? Right, I said I was going to talk about Star Wars. The first movie, I'm gonna just keep calling them like that, 7, 8, and 9. Like, the first one truly, like, started on, like, such a good footing. And, like, look, the books, they're not gonna be canon. Okay, we're gonna have to ignore the books. I'm sorry. There's, like, any media with, like, some kind of, like, extended material, a lot of the time, that kind of stuff is gonna be way better, but it's not gonna be canon. Or, like, even if it's just, like, of the same quality, like, most you'll get is a reference. In Legends, Solo and Organa... I like how you're on a last name basis with them. Had 3 kids, Jason and Jaden, the youngest Anakin. Luke had his own son, Ben, who practically worshipped Jason and felt so betrayed and had this whole internal struggle over whether it was worth it to stay with his dad or go with Jason. Jaden ended up having to fight and kill her brother, which sent her into a spiral even though Jason killed her dad and Anakin was just so destroyed about all of it. The books came first. Well, whether they did or not, they're going to be, like, the way a lot of, like, I don't know if this is true about Star Wars, but the way a lot of, extended material kind of stuff I know from, like, other sources, they, like, tend to hire, like, outside people, and they don't have to be strictly canon, you know? Like, most extended material tends to be, like, canon until proven otherwise, you know? Like, anything can happen in this, like a side comic or book. They can do anything with this. It'll probably have to, like, follow a guideline. Or, like, you know, it'll have to, like, stay true to the original source. But, like, if, like, a later movie or show, episode, anything like that comes out and it invalidates it, then it's no longer canon. That tends to be it. And you know the movies are not gonna have Luke have a child. because, you know, that was sort of a huge deal that happened in, like, the prequels. Sort of a huge deal. Handkerchief. That, Anakin had a wife and kids. A silk handkerchief? That's weird. And kinda gross. Perhaps Bobby dropped it where he left. Maybe. He doesn't strike me as a silk handkerchief type. What do these embroidered letters indicate? Like this was the vision of George Lucas, like the legend books were written by others, yes, but Lucas had a hand in it all? True. He was so pissed with Disney. True, but I don't trust George Lucas himself. Everybody, I hate to be like this kind of guy, but the author the person who makes a franchise doesn't have the end-all be-all on everything, like, involved with it, especially, like, just, like, a director or something, because, like, you know, there's a million people working on a movie, maybe not a million, but, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people working on a movie. I know it was, like, originally an indie project, but still, you had a lot of people working on this. And even more so now that Disney has bought it and stuff like that. You know, it's like gonna be all these people's competing visions working together, along with the way that the audience interprets it. And it's like, you know, we can't be like, oh, but George Lucas said this when, like, literally I've seen nobody be like, oh, you know when Star Wars updated it? When they, like, went in and added, like, some CGI to some of the old stuff. You guys remember when they made Greedo shoot first? Loved it. George Lucas was so right when he decided to make Greedo shoot first. Everybody universally loves that decision, you know? And we don't know how much of a hand he had in it, really, but I mean, either way, it's still, you know, if you want those to be canon, sure, but you can't, like, you have a right to be upset about the movies not playing into the books, but, like, you gotta know that that wasn't, like, a super realistic thought. And, like, it's definitely Disney fucked up Star Wars majorly. But, you know, we have to, going into this with, like, okay, Disney is fucking up Star Wars. We have to accept that on a base level. On that base level, The Force Awakens is good. Yeah, once you have to get on the base level of bullshit before you can get to anything else, really. DS? Scout, this must belong to Dick Stanford. Or Nintendo. But Dick died in his dressing room. What's his handkerchief doing here? And why does it smell like whiskey? I really thought she was gonna be like, why does it smell like chloroform? And then she passes out. I mean, does chloroform smell like whiskey? I don't know. Hi, Bobby. Just pissed they didn't pull more from the books instead of ripping everything and being like, no, this is canon and good. Yeah. The best option, because, like, no matter what you do, you're gonna be pissing off some of the fans. You're gonna be pissing off the fans who have read the books and the fans who haven't read the books. Because, you know, something, like, there's gonna be, like, some fans who are like, why don't you do exactly, not saying that this is you, Blade, at all. Why didn't you do exactly one-to-one from the books? You know, you're always going to be upsetting anybody like that. And it's, like, definitely, I feel like the best you could do is make your own story and then, like, definitely, like, include some references to it. You know? Because then, like, if you pull too heavily from the books, you're gonna get other people who are like, oh, they're just remaking the books. Why didn't they come up with a new story with new characters? It's like, you're never gonna win. You're never gonna win, especially with a piece of media this large. what really pisses me off, especially about it, is less like the direction from the beginning, and more so that as the movies went on, they got worse, and they didn't plan out the story ahead of time. They made it up as they went on. They started the first movie without a conclusion in mind. You can see them struggling to figure out the story as they go through, and the way that I don't remember her name, the actress who played Rose in the second movie, the way that she was treated by Star Wars quote-unquote fans. Well, actually, no. Star Wars fans who were fucking assholes. The way that they treated her, and then Disney making the decision, like, I guess we have this character who we're just going to shove to the side now. We're going to let those people win, you know? We're gonna make this really cool black character as this main character, and then we're just gonna put him to the side too. We're gonna, like, be like, oh, he's the main character along with Rey. Actually, we don't care about him that much. Let's focus on the sad white boy. Clearly they read the books, and that makes me mad, because Kylo is so much Jason and everything else was just like, okay, give Palpatine a daughter and make them romantic and side-lead Finn in, and yeah. It's just one thing on top of a pile of so many bad things. It just keeps getting worse. Where do you get that? You found it in the main hall. Right where you were standing earlier. It's not mine. I know. The monogram says it was Dick's. That's great! I mean, that's great detective work. The weird thing is, it smells of whiskey. Maybe he lacked the smell? Scout, would you join me in the dressing room for a second? Why, Honor? Yes, let's go. You actually like the most of Kylo's story? I like it in the first movie. They really fucked it up in the third. That's why whenever I talk about the sequels, I mostly focus on Kylo, because I feel like he's a good example, like, indicative of the quality of story around him, plus he's a popular character. Because in the first movie, they set him up, and, you know, I couldn't tell at first, because, you know, the writers didn't know either, whether he was going to be redeemed at the end, or whether he was going to be, like, irredeemable, whether he was going to stay as the bad guy. And then, you know, they make the decision in the second movie to have Kylo kill Snoke, so I was like, okay. That's, if you wanted Kylo to get redeemed, then you would have kept Snoke as the bad guy. Because you've set up, like, Snoke manipulated him to the dark side, but, like, you know, Kylo was still making his own decisions a little bit there, especially, you know, as he gained power and stuff. Like, you know, similar, of course, to, like, how Vader was turned by Palpatine, but, you know, he still did a lot of bad shit just because he was put on that path by a bad guy. That doesn't necessarily make him, you know, innocent, but having that makes it better, hence why, like, Vader got redeemed, like, at the very end there, you know? So if they wanted to redeem Kylo, I was like, oh, watching the second movie, I was like, oh, they killed Snoke. So therefore, Kylo is going to be the main bad guy, and that's a good thing, you know? Like, Star Wars hasn't really done that, to my knowledge. I don't remember the prequels that well, but see, like, you know, as I said before, like, Palpatine was bad, and he stayed bad. Vader got redeemed. This is, like, a nice foil to that. This is him this is, like, good character writing. This is Kylo, you know, being obsessed with Vader, but he's being obsessed with this specific version of him in his head, right? Like, he doesn't actually want to be Vader for real. He's not getting it right. He's corrupted, he's obsessed with this not real version of him. And then in the third movie, they redeem him anyway. And that somehow Palpatine returned. And you know Rey, who he literally kidnapped and tortured in the first movie, and then she literally, in the first and second movie, was like, I hate you, I don't want to deal with you. They kiss, and then he dies. So it's like you just pissed off all the people who didn't like Reylo because you made them kiss, and then you pissed off all the people who did like Reylo by not letting them be together. So it's like you pissed off both sides of that. He always comes back. Oh my god. If they said that about Palpatine, I would have been fine with it. Because at this point in Five Nights at Freddy's lore, it's hilarious when they, like, I'm sorry to the FNAF fans. Like, you guys have to admit, when they retcon the lore again, you've got to be like, here we go again. Here we go again. I think at this point in the fandom, it's been 10 years. I'm sure you guys have, like, grown a thicker skin when it comes to it. You know? It's like, oh boy, I wish Palpatine said I always come back. Let's get back into the video game. Are you ever gonna let me finish this damn report? You don't need to. We've got all the evidence you need. That's exactly what I said before accusing the wrong person last time, and you bet your ass I'm gonna do it again. You've been investigating. Do you even realize how much danger you're putting yourself in? There's a strangler out there. I know. And we think it's Bobby Price. He wanted revenge on Dick for sabotaging his TV career. We meaning me and Scout, not the person playing this. Dick hated him for taking over Backtalk. He used his influence to attack Bobby in the press. Bobby's ratings hit rock bottom. He's on the verge of cancellation. And tonight, Bobby had to sit and watch as the guy who was ruining his career got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That pushed him over the edge. He waited backstage for Dick to go to his dressing room, and then he strangled him. It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is that hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick. I will say as well, Kathleen was on stage the whole time. I don't know how that ties into it. That is like the one thing that's weird. I still think about her and I think about Ryan. I don't really think about Bobby. I think Bobby's too charming. It's a nice theory, but is it a game theory? I mean, it's a theory within a video game. That counts. But yeah. What was I talking about? That took all my brain cells and shot them out the window. But right, she was on the stage, so I don't know. Would have loved that they kept the villainous Kylo and gave him an apprentice, have him find the old hollows of Palpatine and try to get there. Ooh. See, that's interesting. I like that. They could have written him so better. They couldn't have written all of those characters so much better, and then they didn't. Oh! But, like, I still think it's Kathleen, but, like, how are there hand marks on his neck? Unless he died in a different way, because we haven't, like, actually medically examined him. We've come to that a conclusion because of the hand marks around his neck. Those could have been there before. He was wearing a turtleneck and a scarf, so those could have been there before. You know, like you're covering up a hickey, but instead you're covering up imprints of hands strangling you. So, I mean, we do know that he was having an argument with Ryan earlier, so that could be a thing. Look, he was talking about flowers before. He was like, oh, why did they give me those when I said that I wanted these? I was thinking at the time he might have been allergic when he was given the flowers. Thinking about that now, I didn't say this part out loud. 'Cause he said, like, he wanted a specific kind, but they gave him the wrong kind. And then, Scout started being like, oh, there's actually, there's a difference between that. Like this or that, you know? I feel like they did Luke kinda right, especially since they made there not be a Mara. Mara Jade? I only know her from a Star Wars parody, so I don't know her actual deal, if that's who you're talking about. I'm like, I know a character named Mara Jade from a Star Wars parody musical. No, I don't feel like they did Luke right. Like, in my mind, I feel like Luke just immediately, like, oh, I fucked up to training this one kid, I'm going to fuck off to an island forever and nobody contact me. I'm like, oh my god. Luke, why are you just an asshole on this island now? Why are you... Fucking don't become Yoda! Don't do that! Drinking your fucking blue milk. Man. Sometimes we have a mental breakdown. Sure, but like, you could have him do better. Why is Han in a healthier mental state than Luke? That should not be the case. I know Han is dead by the first movie, but like, come on. Okay. It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is that hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick. Right, I was saying, that, like, he could have been allergic to the one type of flowers instead of the other type of flowers. I don't know the difference between those kinds of flowers. Basically, she was his shadow hand. Palps had her as an assassin until she turned and died, giving Luke a kid. Ah! Yeah, in the parody, in Annie, a parody, the musical by Star Kid, Mara Jade is... Yeah, she, like, works for Palpatine as an assassin. But then she's like, I actually have always wanted to work for Jabba the Hutt doing the little dance thing. And it's her, like, her whole arc is getting a job there. I'm like, I don't know how much of that's real. I don't think that the Jabba the Hutt part's real. But I was like, there's a chance. It's Star Wars. Things get weird. That musical's great. It's about Darth Vader regaining his love for pod racing. Okay. And I'm constantly thinking about Grand Moff Tarkin and his beautiful romance with that stormtrooper. Okay. Also, Luke is that bad because he actually led to Kylo changing. Luke attacked Kylo, which led to Kylo being evil. Sure, but I feel like... I don't know. They, like, barely explained any of that shit. Truly, they just should have been written better. That's what it all boils down to. They should have been written better. That's where our new evidence comes in. Well... I'm gonna see why would the PDA come into hand? We found Dick's sobriety medallion. He's been sober for over 40 years. They actually explained the whole thing? Well, I didn't say they didn't explain it. I said they explained it badly. And if I didn't say that, that's what I meant to say. Which means Bobby was lying. The hip flask is his. Sobriety medallion. Where in the hell did you find that? In here, detective. In here? You said you were looking for a handbag. Yes, Scout, we did say that. It's not about who found what, it's about coming to the right conclusions. What a load of crap. Where'd you learn that, Amateur Detective Monthly?
You said it earlier this evening.
Well, you can't just... I can't believe I'm getting outsmarted by a toaster oven. Which brings me to the issue of Dick's handkerchief. When we found Bobby backstage, he was clearly looking for something. So we had to look in the main hall around where Bobby had just been. And we found a silk handkerchief that wasn't there earlier. That thing stinks of booze. I think something happened to make Bobby nervous. Really nervous. So nervous he needed a drink to calm his nerves. You think he killed Dick? He has the means, the motive, and the opportunity. But he wasn't prepared for how it would affect him. He was shaking so bad he dropped his hip flask. And what about the handkerchief? He just killed Dick and spilled his drink everywhere. He was desperate to clean up the evidence and get out before anyone found him. So he grabbed the nearest piece of cloth and used it to mop up the spill. And the fingerprints on the doorknob as he left. I was gonna point that out if they didn't. I'll be damned, it all fits. Not bad for an amateur, huh? I thought that last time, and then you said the fucking thing about the guy. Luke had visions of Kylo going bad, so for some reason, he decides to kill Kylo, which makes Kylo go, "Fuck this, you attacked me." That's so stupid. Like, I normally Look, I'm a big fan of, like, self-fulfilling prophecies and all that, but that just feels stupid. It wasn't for this goddamn report. Oh, to hell with the paperwork. I think it's about time I had a chat with Bobby Price. But don't start congratulating yourself just yet, Ms. Rai. This isn't over. It's not Bobby. So that's the evidence against you. Anything to say for yourself? I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to talk to him. You call that talking? I'm guessing you didn't like his answer. I didn't get an answer. He came backstage with his award and completely ignored me. Walked straight past like I didn't exist. I put up with a lot of his crap since I took over Back Talk, but that was too much. I busted down his door and... But I didn't want to kill the guy. I just got carried away. I swear, I barely touched him. Not knowing your own strength is no defense against murder, Mr. Price. I'm taking you in. Well, it changes the degree of murder, and also I'm pretty sure Bobby just, like, pushed him over and then he fell over. They def got that wrong about Luke. He wouldn't have tried to do that. Yeah. Luke Skywalker? The man who forgave Darth Vader? Who was like... You're telling me this guy... That Luke Skywalker looked at this little kid and was like, I have to murder this. that he inherited that from his father. Don't go anywhere, Ms. Rai. We still need to talk about this detective hobby of yours. And then apparently Leia was also a Jedi but doesn't have her lightsaber and can only dance in space. God, they... they fucked up everything. Where were you? You missed the fireworks. Is Detective Cross still here? No, you just missed him. He left with Bobby. What's up? An urgent package arrived for him. I told the police officer I would give it to Detective Cross personally. And they just let you have it? I told them I'm Detective Cross's new personal assistant. They seemed impressed. Hana's the only one that makes sense for real. And I'm sure, like, if I thought too hard about it, then maybe I would find more stuff. I think I preferred you when you didn't know how to lie. What was the delivery? I'm not sure, but it must be important. Is it a bomb? That'd be hilarious. Solve the puzzle to determine whether it's a bomb. Do-do-do. Four, 6, 4. 6, 8, 6. Ba-ba-da-ba. What do these buttons do? Who knows? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hit those. 4. Doots. Because even if you think about it, Han avoided his son so he didn't have to see him at his lowest and went with Chewie because he felt like he failed everyone until he heard his son needs him again, so came trying to save him. Yeah. True. I don't know. I don't like that he and... I don't know. I guess it's... his relationship with Leia is complicated. I don't know how I feel about it. Da-da-da. Bup, 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 bup. Like this to 1, 5, 4. There we go. It is a bomb. No, it's a blood test. I was like, that could be. That could be. I was like, if it's anything bomb-like, I'm gonna assume it's a bomb. Yeah, we're at detective rank D. The case is definitely over. This must be the forensic report Cross was waiting for. Oh my... If I'm reading this right, then these blood results mean... What? What does it mean? He wasn't strangled? I have to take this to Cross. This changes everything. What changes everything? I told you. Detective Cross, where's Bobby? Talking to his lawyer, why? Dick's blood test came back in. Well, see for yourself. I don't believe it. This says... And that means... Bobby Price couldn't have killed Dick Stanford because he was already dead. Ah, the time of death? I don't understand. Bobby confessed. The robot's got a point. And there were strangulation marks on Dick's throat. I never said Bobby was lying. He did strangle Dick, but that wasn't what killed him. According to this blood test, Dick was poisoned. He died before Bobby even laid a finger on him. You're telling me Bobby Price strangled a corpse? Ah, could have been strangled post-mortem. I did forgore about that. I don't even know if that's illegal or not. Desecration of a corpse? Isn't that a thing? But that means whoever killed Dick is still loose. And I mean, he did it with the intention of causing harm. So I guess it's like... Is that... attempted battery? I don't know. Because, like, it still happened. But it didn't... Who knows? Not for long. We've got the whole building on lockdown. Whoever it is, we've got them cornered. That means there's still time. Let's go. Wait a second, how did you get out of the building?
One of your officers thinks I'm your personal assistant.
Gee, I don't know how they got that idea. You know, you two make a great argument for early retirement. What happens to Bobby now? He's out on bail. One of the benefits of being a TV star, I guess. Good lawyers. So he's gone? What if we still need to question him about something? He's not going anywhere. One of the conditions of his bail is that he cooperates with the investigation. Don't forget, I've done this 100 times. I know what I'm doing. Unlike you. Well, you know that you're doing paperwork for sure. Detective, I saw you taking Bobby Price into custody. I always knew he was trouble. I was wondering where you were. In that case, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He's innocent. Innocent? Are you sure? I found the evidence myself, Mom. Dick was poisoned.
But don't worry, we'll catch the real killer soon.
I've just had about enough of this. How many times do I have to tell you, you are not detectives? But I don't want to hear it. I let it slide when it was about your friend, but this? You're out of your depth, Ms. Rahi.
Aw, Scout. But we look really sad that we're not able to investigate the crime scene. Look at me, I'm just a sad little guy. Won't you please let me investigate the murder? I'm just a little guy. The ads have started. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bow. I didn't say any of this out loud last time, the last few ads, I realized. Hey guys, take a break time, you know? Have you guys gotten any water recently? Have you gotten a snack? Have you saved your files recently? Have you taken your meds today? Do what you need to do. Do a little bit of a stretch. You, right now, you listening to this, take a sip of water, right now. Or whatever drink you're currently drinking. You know? Stay hydrated. I guess if you're drinking alcohol, then that's the opposite of staying hydrated. Also drink water if you're drinking alcohol. Do that too. That's an additional step for you. If you're drinking a soda, you're fine, but you're on thin ice. If you're juice, you're just fine. What other liquids exist? I don't know. Meds? What are those? Wouldn't you ever need those? I'm not crazy or anything. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. Rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Look at those little guys. Look at those beautiful little guys. I like that emote. That's cute as hell. Oh, that is Volpixie, isn't it? I think I got gifted a sub recently. Let me see here. Is that Volpixie or is that just similar? Yeah, I have the emote I have the emote too. Yay! I was like, wait a minute. I got gifted a sub to Volpixie recently. I can use it too. Hell yeah! I was looking through because I was like, wait a minute, I got like a bunch of gifted subs recently to different people's channels. Like, look at, let's see here, anything cute around here? I got this little guy. I got this little guy here. I got this little guy. Who else do I have? Well, we know Clyde. Oh, I got one for Scorpy. I didn't even see this one either. Whoa. Pixie Chat went absolutely nuts during her subathon. That makes sense. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, that's all the gifted ones I have. I mean, I'm just normal subscribed to Clyde. Explodes him. I got all those and then I got myself. If nobody else got me, I know I got me. Squibbies. I mean, I stole Squibby from Clyde. Straight up.
But he got it from somebody else who got it from somebody else, I think. I think I'm the fourth Squibby. Alright, the ad should be over. Welcome back. We were all just comparing emotes. You really want to help? Here's a job for you. A hot pink 4x4 was double parked out front. It was getting towed as we arrived. Why don't you two use those detective skills of yours to find the owner? They need to go collect it from the impound lot. A new mystery to solve. Forget about it, Scout. He's just trying to keep us out of his way. You're damn right I am. You think this stupid car is more important than finding a murderer? Absolutely not, but it's the only thing I'm going to let you investigate around here. Take it or leave it. Perhaps we should just investigate the car, Honor. Whose side are you on? I've even got your first piece of evidence. They checked inside before it got towed and found something on the dash. Let me take a look. I so hope that this is like Bobby's car, or Ryan's car, or Kathleen's car, you know, somebody relevant. Oh, look at that, chat. That's beautiful. Look at that. We have a little triangle. Little bitties like this. Oh, the Illuminati! Wow. The second, smaller triangle. Ah. Look at those little guys. Link? From Legend of Zelda? Wogue. Like, I know that guy from video games. It'd be so funny if there were, like, officially licensed VTubers for video games, you know? Like, I know that there are some VTubers for corporations. Like, I think Crunchyroll did one. Maybe. I know some, like, anime adjacent thing did one. And I know there's been, like, a couple things like that. Did Tony the Tiger stream? I know that they did a Drawfee bit about that, but I think he actually streamed for a while. I know Chuck E. Cheese. Didn't Chuck E. Cheese stream for a while? Charles Entertainment Cheese? Or am I confusing him? I know, like, the Angry Birds, the Red Bird had like a TikTok, and he was sort of like a VTuber adjacent thing. Whatever. The idea of, like, specifically, like, video game characters being VTubers is so funny. Especially if they do, like, main characters, because there's so many, like, silent protagonists. I wanna see, like, the Doom guy. You know? Doom guy's doing shit. We get Master Chief. Shell from Portal, yeah. Envelope? With a wax seal? Fancy! Fancy! Aha! It seems to be a letter. Great. A new lead in the most pointless errand ever. If Detective Cross won't let us investigate the murder, we don't need to give up. We should focus on what we can do instead. He only gave us this dumb job because he wants to keep us out of his hair. How does that help? That might be what he intended, but we can still use it to our advantage. He's given us a chance to show what we can do. You're right, Scout. Up until now, he's always been there. But now we can prove we can handle something without any help. Right. We just have to find out who this letter was sent to. Nothing we can't handle. We are a team, after all. So what does it say?
I can't make it to the awards tonight, sweetie. Your idiot father is remodeling the kitchen again. I hope this cute car makes up for it. Lots of love, Mom. Becky?
I've got a pretty good idea who this belongs to. It was bright pink.
Just 1 second, Honor Ms. Rai. You're not going anywhere until we talk about this detective nonsense you've gotten yourself into.
Sorry, Mom, you heard Detective Cross. We have to find out who owns that car.
Oh, don't worry about him. He understands the situation perfectly well. So, you're doing detective work now?
About this whole detective thing, it's hard to explain.
But why? Why do this? You had the job you wanted on that stupid TV program.
I lost that job, Mom. Someone wanted me off the show so badly that Blake got killed over it. I can't go back.
So find another show. There must be others. God knows there's enough crap on TV these days.
You should be happy. You never wanted me to be an actress anyway.
Happy? Happy that you're risking your neck chasing down murderers?
I know you don't agree with it, but
you're damn right I don't agree with it. Have you lost your mind? After everything that happened to your father.
How can you even say that? Turns out Dick was poisoned somehow. We're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but...
Honor, stop.
But you love Dick Stanford. Don't you want justice for him?
Of course I do. But not from you. You heard Detective Cross. If you want to investigate something, you find out who owns that car and then go home.
How can you say I've forgotten what happened to Dad? I flew back that night. I quit college.
Then you know damn well why I can't let you go down that road. He spent his whole life chasing criminals, and look where it got him.
I think if he was here, he would...
Don't you dare try to tell me what he would have wanted. I knew him a lot longer than you did.
You know what? You're right. I didn't know Dad very well. He never talked to me.
Don't be ridiculous. He talked to you. You did lots of things together. He read to you every night.
I know. Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Poirot. He introduced me to all the great detectives, but never himself.
That's not his fault. It was hard enough for him to talk to me about his work. You were just a kid.
He was my dad. Didn't I deserve a chance to know him? All I have left is the fiction. It's not the same.
You can't put yourself in danger just to feel closer to your father. Focus on the memories he left you, the photographs.
That's why you gave me the locket?
I would have given it to you sooner if I'd known what you were doing.
It was good to see Dad at the Brown Derby again. Did you take the photo?
Me? I never went to the Brown Derby. Restaurant that looks like a hat? Damn fool idea if you ask me. He always went there with his work friends. His captain, his partner.
Wait, Dad had a partner?
Forget about it. That's not important. It's definitely not the guy who's also in the room. It's definitely not the only detective you've ever met, aside from your father.
You said Dad went to the Brown Derby with his partner? I don't remember Dad having a partner.
Of course he had a partner. He was in the police force. He was a policeman with police business.
Are you still in contact with them? If anyone could understand what I'm doing, it would be Dad's old partner.
I think they'd tell you to listen to me and keep yourself safe. That's what your father would have wanted.
Thanks again for the locket, Mom.
Your father was a good man. You need things to remember him by. Why are you showing me that? Can't believe you're still carrying that thing around with you.
Have you read this article?
Of course! I don't normally read TV magazines, but when I saw Dick Stanford on the cover...
At the end of the article, they mentioned some rumors about Dick.
But someone tore out the rest of the article out of the magazine. Good! Dick had enough problems to deal with. Those tabloid parasites should be more careful with what they print.
So you're not going to tell me what it was?
I knew all along Dick Stanford wasn't an alcoholic. He was a good man cut down in his prime. KYS, keep yourself safe.
His prime? He was like 80s years old.
Best looking octogenarian I ever saw.
Why in God's name do you still have that thing? Is that how I raised you? To carry some filthy old rag around in your pocket, whipping it out at people like some kind of magic trick? This is a stupid question, but you don't know anyone with a bright pink car, do you? What kind of question is that? Of course not. Alright. Hey, Dick. Dick as in detective, not Dick as in the guy who got murdered. And also, Dick as in you're a rude guy. Found the owner of that car yet? My mom won't let me go, which is not a sentence I thought I'd have to say at 29 years old. You should listen to her. She's only got your safety in mind. You're always talking about keeping me safe. What does that even mean? When have I ever been hurt? You've been lucky, but you're dealing with killers. The luck's gonna run out sooner or later. Why do you care so damn much? What are you scared of? Oh, I get it. Trust me, you don't. No, I get it now. You're old. You said it yourself. They want to put you behind a desk, but you wouldn't listen. And me and Scout come along and we solve Blake's murder. We find the evidence. We crack the case. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't care about me. You never have. You're just scared. You're scared that I'm better than you. I swore an oath. To protect and serve. You're only trying to protect yourself. That's not true. And what are you scared of, detective? I'm scared you're gonna make a mistake. You're gonna get yourself killed. Stop and think for a second, just for 1 second, what that would mean for the people who care about you. For once in your life, listen to what your mom is telling you. Walk away. This car assignment you gave me is a joke, right? I don't make jokes. Do you at least have any leads beside that letter? Now you need my help? You'd think finding the owner of a bright pink car wouldn't be too difficult. You keep talking about what my mom wants. What about what I want? I swear, it's like you two are ganging up on me. She's just talking a lot of sense right now. Just found out my dad had a partner in the LAPD. Think you could help me find them? Sorry, I'm homicide, not missing persons. I know, if I could find them, they might be able to tell me more about my dad. I make a point of not knowing people these days. Makes the job easier. I've got a photo of Dad just outside his favorite restaurant. Can you at least show it around the station? Look, there are a lot of cops on the force and the Brown Derby was a popular place. I didn't mention that it was the Brown Derby! Ace Attorney, hold it! I can't help you. I didn't mention the Brown Derby. What? How did you know it was my dad's favorite restaurant? Like I said, it was a popular place. Just a lucky guess. I don't know. It's a small world. You know, you ever been to Disney? Wait a second. I never noticed before, but the photo in this locket is folded in half. Oh my fucking god. Fucking Coco ass shit. Scout, take a look at this. Okay. Boop-a-doop. Okay, let me just... 2... 3... Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop. Boop. Boop. 3... 5, 3, 7, 9. Ba-ba-ba. And then 4 and 8 again down here. It's 2, so do like this. 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 3. 3, 3, 4, 2, 7. 3 and 4. 1, 3, 1, 4. Here we go, 3 like that. Ba ba ba. 2, 3, 2. 7, 5. 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, 2. Ba 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 ba. 5 like that. Get those 4s in. I realize now that, like, given my, like, mashing through the tutorial, it's fully possible somebody's watching this not knowing what these kind of puzzles are. And they're just like, how are you, what are you doing? But, like, whoops. I think you can figure it out. It's just the numbers indicate how many, like, things are filled in on each row or column, depending on whether they're, you know, horizontal or vertical. Respectfully. I had to remember what order I said them in so I could say whether, or not respectfully, respectively. Those are 2 different words. Oh shit. A black guy and a white guy. My dad was the black guy. You must be the white guy. I don't believe it. You're in this photo, right next to my dad. But then, who took the photo? Who was phone? Fine. Yes, I worked with your father for 10 years. We were partners. Objection! My dad was married to my mom. You can't be implying that my dad was cheating. You knew. All this time you knew who I was? Not at first. I hadn't seen you since you were a baby. Joshua always tried to keep work and family separate. When I saw you working to solve a case, it all clicked. It was like seeing him alive again after all these years. Why didn't you say something? Like what? Oh hey, you know who you remind me of? My dead partner. Besides, it was never the right time. I needed you to respect me as an officer of the law, not one of your dad's old friends. Thought you hated me. I was just trying to keep you out of trouble. Joshua saved my ass so many times out on patrol, the least I can do is return the favor for his daughter. Were you there when he... I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, maybe I can't stop you from trying to be a detective. God knows nothing could stop Joshua once he had a lead. So go right ahead. Look for evidence. Question people. I won't stop you, but I'm watching you like a hawk. Soon as I think you're going too far, soon as I think you're in real danger, it ends. You understand me? I just think I didn't ask you what you think. Do you understand? Yes. Good. I don't hate you, Honor. I get what you're trying to do. But I have to make sure you don't get yourself in above your head. I own that much. Are you okay? Yeah. It was just... a lot of information. What happened to your father? Mom never told me the details. Just went out to work one day and didn't come home again. And you are left with a blank space in your past. I understand. But Detective Cross may be able to give you some answers. Didn't you hear what he said? He doesn't want to talk about it. And you know, my dad's mysterious death and all really does... I don't know how old he was when that happened, and I don't know how old you are, Scout, so like... maybe he was investigating your creation or something like that. You know, he was investigating the company that created you, and that's why you were thrown into the dumpster. because it was like a part of a cover-up or something, and I'm gonna have to solve the one case that my dad could never finish because he died. You know? Whatever, my dad's mysterious death aside, that guy doesn't want to talk about it.
Not yet, but he gave us permission to keep investigating. He may be coming around.
I don't know, he wasn't exactly enthusiastic. Seems like everyone's telling me to give up.
I'm not. Just because everyone's against you doesn't mean they're right.
Guess we'll have to find out. Let's get out of here. Still got to talk to whoever owns that car. No, I had more to talk to Cross about. Okay. Hi, Becky.
Was that Becky? She's been in the bathroom since she left the ceremony. Do you think she knows that Dick's been murdered?
Knowing Becky, she'll probably think he deserved it for not giving her that award. Welcome back. I was worried you were gonna stay in the restroom all night.
What? Don't be stupid, Honor. I just had to fix my makeup, that's all.
Did you hear what happened?
Of course I did. Cops even made me give a statement. Like, what's the point? I didn't see anything. And if that wasn't bad enough, Bobby Price just tried to make a pass at me. It's hard work being the center of attention.
Sorry you didn't get the Best Actress award. If it's any consolation, we all thought you deserved it.
Everyone knows I deserve it. Well, everyone except those brainless nobodies in the Starshine Committee, apparently.
You're a great actress, Becky. You don't need to win an award for people to take you seriously.
What would you know? You never even been shortlisted.
Pretty crazy what happened to Dick Stanford, huh?
Let's be honest, he was ancient and his career was over. It was gonna happen soon enough anyway.
Becky, he was murdered!
Have you seen Inside a Retirement Home? If I ever get that old and irrelevant, I hope someone does the same to me.
Bobby Price made a pass at you?
Can you blame him?
I didn't even know he was back yet. Wasn't all that long ago he was in a cell.
Another innocent person put away by Honor Mizrahi and Scout. What a fearsome duo.
Anyway, enough about us. Let's get back to you.
My favorite subject.
She really grows on me the more I interact with her. I love Becky at this point.
Bobby started telling me all about his TV show as if that's supposed to impress me. Like, we all have TV shows. This is Hollywood. Still, he is kind of cute. And spotting on a talk show could be good for publicity.
Just be careful. The case isn't over yet. He could still turn out to be the murderer.
I'm thinking about going on his show, Honor, not marrying him. I'm not stupid enough to make that mistake.
Yeah, Becky is the bitch you can't help but listen to, for real. I love Becky. And we got the Romeo and Juliet redeem.
Late in stream. This late in stream.
Oh boy.
Where did I put my pencil so I can write down what day it is?
Oh, my pencil's so far away. God, I can remember.
Okay, chat, in case you haven't seen it before, this is the Romeo and Juliet redeem. Basically, you redeem 5,000 noodles and I read a single page of Romeo and Juliet. So, last we left off,
we are in Act 4, Scene 1. We've come so far, chat. So, we have... Paris has one line, one last thing to say, and then Juliet and Friar Lawrence continue. Starting with Paris's one line. God shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse thee. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss. Exit. Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me past hope, past cure, past help. Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief.
It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to this county? Tell me not, friar, that thou hear'st of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll keep it presently. God join my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, and here this hand, by thee to Romeo sealed, shall be the label to another deed. Or my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experience time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremities and me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art could to no issue of true honor bring. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speak'st speak not of remedy. Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death, to chide away this shame that copes with death himself to scrape from it. Oh shit! It's the iconic thing! He's about to introduce the poison. Oh shit! It's Romeo and Juliet! It's Romeo and Juliet! Juliet's just like, please tell me there's a way I don't have to marry this man so I don't have to just kill myself. Friar Lawrence is like, don't worry, girl. I got you some poison. It'll make you look dead, but you won't be dead. Well, he hasn't said that part yet, but it's Romeo and Juliet. Everybody knows. I have literally no idea why you're showing that to me. We found this torn up sheet of paper. Was it supposed to be your acceptance speech? Oh, that? Don't be silly. It was just something I was writing for the show, like a script. You were writing an award acceptance speech for a script? I have more talents than just acting, Honor. I was gonna take it to the writer's room, because that's where the writers are. But now it's all torn up, so I guess I can't. Oh well. Someday I'll be on the front cover of Celeb Life. You really want the tabloids printing rumors about your life? All publicity is good publicity, Honor. The second they stop writing about you, you might as well be dead. First Scout, now this? Are you collecting useless electronics or something? It's okay, Scout. Gross! Get that away from me, you weirdo! Where did you get that? The cops found it on the dash of a pink 4x4 outside. Was that your car? Because it's been towed. Good! All I wanted was for my parents to see me and win a Starshine Award, and they couldn't even do that. Mom thinks she can buy my forgiveness with some hideous hot pink monstrosity. I'm glad it got towed. They can crush the damn thing for all I care. By the way, I'm gonna need a ride home tonight. Sorry, Becky. I know what it's like to not have your parents' support. It sucks. Why couldn't they just be here? You don't need them. You've got us. Forget it. I didn't even win anyway. We've solved the mystery of the pink car. Now Detective Cross will finally trust us. I wouldn't get your hopes up. He only gave us that case to keep us busy. But I bet he didn't count on us solving it this fast. We're a great team, like Holmes and Watson. Kate Cagney? I don't know that one. And Lacey. Shaggy and Scooby. We really need to talk about how much TV you're watching. No mystery will go unsolved. No stone left unpunished. No criminal left unturned. I like the enthusiasm, I just don't know if... Come on, partner. There's a murder to solve. Hey, wait, hold up.
Sorry, Becky, I think there was like one more piece of evidence I didn't get to show you. Is that Detective Cross? Who's the hottie he's with? That's my dad. Wow, I gotta give your mom props for locking that down. Hell yeah. Back to the crime scene at last. It'll be easier to search the place now that Cross isn't breathing down our necks. Understood. Setting scan mode to high resolution. Getting told your dad is hot. I mean... that just seems fine. This feels like a neutral thing. Like, it doesn't feel like a bad thing or a good thing, it just feels like a thing, you know? I guess it could be awkward, but I'm just like, okay. It's a thing. Like, sure. Depending on the situation, it could be like a funny thing, or... I don't know. Ba-ba-ba. Is that 11? No, that's too many for 11. Yeah, that's 13. That's definitely not 11. There we go. Do-do. Ba-ba-ba. $11, 3, do 3, so it can't be there. 4, bunch of 1s. Do bit like that. 3, 1, 3. It's gotta be like that. 4. Do gotta be like that, so it's gotta be like that. There we go. Ba-ba-ba, 2, 2. There we go. That is a briefcase. Okay, I was like, is that a fucked up hourglass? I understand now. There's a bunch of letters here from Dick's lawyers. Say as and desist. Say as and desist LLP. I wonder if Dick was trying to stop someone from going to the press about him. It's right here in the letters. He was trying to make them cease and desist. Do you think this is related to the rumors in Celeb Life magazine? It must be. Says the guy's name was Alex Costa. Acosta? He accused Dick of accosting people. Based on our interaction with him, that sounds accurate. Sustained verbal abuse over a period of many years. Volatile, ill-tempered. Created a hostile work environment. No wonder he wanted to go to the press. If this is true, Dick would have made Becky seem like an angel. Everyone who worked with him must have known about this. Why was he allowed to keep his job? That's easy. Money. No TV network wants to fire their biggest star. It's easier just to make sure nothing ever goes public. Well, that news of a powerful man in a city run by powerful men. You can be sure Kathleen wouldn't have gotten away with being so difficult.
But these files say someone was trying to tell the truth. That would make it hard to ensure it never went public.
Yep. And Dick called in his lawyers to shut them down.
So do you think that they could drive someone to murder?
Sounds like a possible motive to me. And we should see if anyone knows this Alex Costa guy. And I mean, hey.
Hey.
Fucking Kathleen would have had to be working with him for so long. How long did they say that they known each other for, like, did she say 20 years, something like that? I was like, damn. I don't know how old you are, but you look good for it. It's just like, you know, more motive for her to want to get rid of that fucker. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Puzzle.
218. So... Ba-ba-ba. 226. Do. Can I fit? No, I can't. So the 3, there's got to be a 3 over here, and that's too far to them to be to be 3. Imagine having a VTuber play your life. I mean, I would fuck it up severely. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, you'll have a good time for a bit, and then I'll be like, okay, wait, I need to go back and get all of the, I need to get all the achievements, and then you're just stuck. You're just stuck while I'm getting every achievement possible. Can't do worse than I have. That is fair. And it's like, maybe like, I don't know, I've thought about like this kind of stuff before. It's like, you know, I'm into a lot of media where characters get possessed and shit. Where it's like, you know, it's like, whatever's possessing you, maybe like doing bad things with the body, but it's like, you know, you're not the one making the decisions. So it's like, that kind of weight's released, you know? Thinks about Deltarune a little too hard. So yeah, those have to be connected like that, so it has to be like that. Oops, there we go. 4. Ba-ba-ba. Stuck on all the bad achievements. Well, I mean, if they're too hard, I'll give up. Like, higher education, that's not a good achievement. I'm not doing that. That's too much work. I'll do the bare minimum achievements. I'll, like... I'll do the cooking minigame. You won't have burnt pancakes. You can have that. And I'll do the version where I burn the pancakes really badly to make sure that there's not an achievement the other way, you know? Do. 4. 6, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4. Everyone keeps telling me I have to do this evil thing called living. I know. It sucks, but it's the only way to get anything done. It's hard, and doesn't even feel all that rewarding, but hey. You gotta keep doing it. Because then, like, how else are you gonna see cute photos of cats, you know? You can't do that if you're dead. And that sucks, you know? You gotta keep living. So you can, like, you know, pet a dog. Fucking good things in life. Wow, it's a... What is it?
It's a dock for the PDA we found earlier. Good news. It provides a serial interface, which means I can use this to access the PDA. I just need a moment to break the password protection.
Hell yeah, another puzzle. Okay, oh, it's the hacking puzzle again. I gotta get them all done in a time limit without using any X's. That's how it is. Okay, I have to solve 4 of them. Let's see here. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. Or cute photos of noodle-themed cat dogs or pet people named Mack. True, true, true. You can't do any of that if you're dead. That is the case. Unless you somehow find out how to become a ghost. I don't know. But that technology, that it's too unexplored, you know? Can't risk it. Only find out if you can do that if you have to.
I'm in. I have full access to Dick's files.
Great. Was he working on anything recently?
There's the spreadsheet file, last edited earlier today.
Mack a ghosty? Bribes, huh? Well, I was looking for the 50K from Ryan, but we see here. Best new comedy, 26.5 off the grid paid, or 26 grand, 26 and a half. $33,750 for Graham Nona. And then Sarah O'Hara, who got Best Actress, paid $30K and $760. They're all Starshine Award winners. Dick must have been taking bribes for the awards committee.
Honor, there is one more. Murder Miss Terry. Disqualification. 50K. Paid.
Someone paid 50K to disqualify us? Who? Fucking Ryan, girl! You know how you got mysteriously fired recently? And your stupid ex-boyfriend who's been trying to manipulate and control you? You know? Going to your job that gives you independent freedom from him and fucking it up? We need to kill him! We need to kill him! You're sort of friends with the guy on the force now, you know? You can maybe convince him to let you off the hook.
There's no name here, but didn't Ryan pay that exact amount to an anonymous bank account?
I think it's time we had a talk with my ex-husband. Kill the ex. Kill the ex. Oh, you're not my ex. Yet. I'm going to date you just to break up with you.
Well, I still think Bobby did it.
He's got the motive, the opportunity. Is poison his style? He didn't seem like the kind of guy to think that far ahead.
You don't know Bobby like I do.
Excuse me, that's my agent calling? You. Oh, both of you. Do we... Chat, I think we might end stream here. That woman needs to turn off her phone. It's the business, you know? They're in the industry. It's Hollywood. Everything's going, and y'all. It's like we got 10 minutes of stream left. I don't know. I feel like... Because I'm like, we're gonna be playing this game again on Monday. And this is a mystery game. I need to be able to remember the points that happen. And if I, like, get to, like, the very end of this chapter before I have to end stream, and then it's like, oh god, I have to remember, like, the very last minute thing. Fuck, right here? I have to remember now? So I think that's gonna be it. But thank you all for joining. I really like this game, and I'm looking forward to playing it again in the future, you know? Playing it again Monday and Tuesday next week. And we're gonna be playing... What am I playing Thursday? I don't think I have a game picked out. Whoops, let's see here. Maybe a chill game, something like that. I don't know. Let me look up how long this one game is. Ba-ba-ba. Look, I get distracted easily, chat. That'd be maybe 2 or 3 streams. I can do that. I can do that on a Thursday. In that case, I'm gonna be playing Lil Guardsman on Thursday. Which seems... once again, whenever I see a game that looks cool, I just, like, get that and then I don't look further so I avoid spoilers. But this game looks so charming. Just from the art. And, like, it just looks so good. And chat, guess what? It's got puzzles. Let's see here. I'll just read the description of this game from its Steam page. Imagine you're a 12-year-old, suddenly in charge of the guard shed at a castle gate, where you decide if elves, goblins, and 100+ other characters should be admitted. It's a wonderful combination of deduction, narrative, and puzzle games. So... hell yeah. You know? Hell yeah. And, like, they look so adorable in this art. I love the character design. If I'm playing a game, you should assume I love the character design, because I do to just judge a lot of games by their art style. You know what they say about, like, not judging book by the cover. Game art style is different, because that shows, like, the tone, you know? And, like, how much passion they have for it, and, like, you know, like, it shows a lot. You know? Like, not even, like, in a, oh, bad art mean bad thing, because bad art is entirely subjective, and, like, it can be entirely different like that. More simple characters can still be from more complex games and stuff like that, you know? I'm on a tangent. All art is good. You know? Unless its express intent is to promote something hateful, then all art is good. Which I guess if its intent is to promote something hateful, that more so falls in line with propaganda and or advertising. But both of those are forms of art. You know what? Not all art is good, but, like, skill isn't necessarily a component as to whether art is good or not. That's more so what I mean. Morally, whatever. Art can be whatever morality. Art is not dependent on skill level, is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. Let's find out who we can raid. Pasta water, that I can do. Let's see here. Boop-a-doo. Man, I follow a lot of people who are alive right now. For chat too? Oh shit, chat. Check your posture, chat. And drink your drink. Oh no, that person's ending stream. I'm not rating you yet. Man. Let's see here. Oh, I discovered this. I think I discovered this person from a Clyde raid. I think they're actually. Let me double check pronouns and also. Okay, I'm not seeing immediately, but I think she. I'm not sure. I think pretty like new to streaming from what I heard, but also like they debuted 2 weeks ago, and they're adorable from what I've seen. So they're playing web fishing right now. This is First Flower with a 0 instead of an O in the word flower. I like how the description for First Flower here, just your very own nice tuber. Little nice tuber. Hell yeah. So I hope you all have a good time over there. I definitely had a good time, and I will see you all on Thursday, and I don't have anything else to say, so goodbye everybody. Go! Do your raid thing. Do it! Do it now. Hi, VOD watchers.